in this. Thank you for everyone that tunes in, and we're going to build an audience. We know that it's going to be starting off. If you've got comments, leave them in the chat and so forth. That's what we've got it there for. So, of course, if you have questions beforehand and you can't make a show live, we would be more than happy to take emails, honestly. So, and when I bring on my co-host, he can give his email. Of course, you can reach me at thegametriplej@gmail.com, and obviously, we'd love to have you live with your comments. And this show is going to be so great in terms of we're going to have guests. We're going to have former coaches, former players in either sport, and get their stories from the past, as well as show and talk about our love for West, of why we're doing this. But without further ado, I'm going to bring him on. He has been the voice of the Rebels basketball for 18 years, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper. He was also calling girls soccer and all sorts of things, anything he could get his hands on that wasn't really that important to the school at the time. So he's been announcing for a long time. He was a 2003 Mr. West, okay? So you got to show some respect and love for my guy. And he is the one and only Brian Tate, Mr. BT himself. Let's bring him on.
What's happening, man? Appreciate the introduction, man. But they gotta, since you're the Italian stallion, they gotta call me Two-Pair Tate. So
Two-Pair Tate, there we go. So that's it. I mean, honestly, and what's so funny about it, I want to give a shout out to I was doing a guest host for a show called U Talk that focused on Miami football and had some legends, and I got this idea about West from Devin Lloyd and Mr. Larry Frank, and their show has grown immensely in 3 or 4 years. So I got to give them a shout out for giving me this idea. And the thing is they always joked around that he is the Italian stallion, but he's got a lot of Apollo Creed in him with all my trash talk that I do. But the thing is, I trash talk, but I back it up. And welcome, everybody, to another episode of Rebels with a Cause. I am your boy, the Italian Stallion. You know what time it is. It is time for that cause, because a cause don't stop when that clock hits zero. Come a long way since that first episode, if you can believe it. That episode aired December 26th, 2023, and here we are on December 23rd. Happy Festivus for any Seinfeld fans out there. But we are here on the verge of year 3, and let me just tell you, we've got some great, exciting content coming for you with new shows. We're going to be building a brand here, and before we continue with tonight's show, I want to make an apology to the Rebels with a Cause family and audience. Sunday night, an episode of Stallion Speaks aired, and I said some things that were completely out of line and not really the part that I play and so forth. More than anything, I was angry. I lost my temper and brought up some old memories that really need to stay buried in the past. You, the audience, deserve the best. We love and support everything that you guys do for us. We wouldn't even be here without you guys. So with that being said, we're just going to move on from it. Next play, catch a new episode of Stallion Speaks Sunday at our normal time at 8 o'clock. So that's how we'll go with that. But that being said, speaking of the audience themselves, I want to just say that I want to thank each and every one of you. We're now up to 151 subscribers. To do that in this couple of years is just amazing. It's just baffling. And I can't thank you guys enough from the bottom of my heart on this wonderful happy holidays. 151 subscribers, over 19,000 views. Keep punching that like button and sharing our cause so we can gain others to join it and continue to grow this channel. I think when you guys get to see what Coach's Corner is all about, when Two-Pair Tate has his own show, when Big Game Kerry Reeves brings you the action and the Tower of Power Hour with Brad Holloway, you're going to really be enjoying a lot of the content. Maybe even get another couple of guys in here as well and so forth. But I want this channel to not only be a family, but also a way of life, because that cause don't stop when that clock hits zero, because we're all rebels with a cause, whether you graduated from Knoxville West or not. But that being said, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and a very warm, happy holidays to each and every one one of you and your families. Also, the views and opinions of this program are not affiliated with those of any other organizations or entities. These are solely the RWAC family and guest panelists' views. Also, if we've pointed something out inaccurately or you want to talk about a topic, please join the chat box live. This isn't the show that we bring people on. We really just always have our guest panelists and the RWAC family. If you do want to come on live, always, that's the Stallion Speaks. And then for the other shows, if they choose to bring people on, that's going to be up to their discretion with their own shows and their creativity direction. So obviously, we definitely will have that chat box hopping on all shows. So that's always there. So you want to bring it. But I also want to give some love to the people that have been with us from the beginning. I got to give a shout out to King's Chamber, my gal Kim Castle, coming up on a year and a half now officially of King's Chamber being open. I'm going to have some new hours starting this year, but go hit up her website if you don't already like it. They're on the Washington Pike. All the services are going to be there, but it looks like they might be giving a little bit more incentive if you join the VIP program. And if you're interested in that, definitely hit her up, but let them know Rebels with a Cause sent you. She'll get you taken care of and get you the royal treatment that you gentlemen deserve over there. Also got to give some love to Alex Thatcher, a class of 2003 grad over there from West High School, his Knoxville Coffee Company there in the heart of Marble City, right off of Sutherland Avenue. That brew is good any time of the day, especially now with it being the cold winter months. And perfect for that holiday season. So let them know Rebels with a Cause sent you. And also, if you're looking for that more traditional barbershop take, go hit up Josh Fink or Corey over there. They will get you taken care of. Let them know that Two-Pair Tate and the Italian Stallion sent you. Speaking of our guy, follow him at 332 Studios, the Big Fact Sports Network. They're doing some wonderful things over there. And, whether you're supporting us, the U-Talk channel and Rebels with a Cause and the 332 Studios, we're all a big family here. And that's all what it is. It's about the time of family and a time of just supporting one another, especially with these times being so still up in the air. But as long as we've got each other, we can get through any fight. But that being said, guys, I want to bring on my guest panelists. First and foremost, got to talk about him because let me tell you something. He's been a day one guy, was our behind the scenes guy, our stats guy. And then by episode 18, he was a full-fledged member, did a freaking fantastic job last week while the Italian Stallion was out with the flu. But him and Big Game Kerry Reeves. But without further ado, guys, I wanted you to bring him on because obviously give him the love and respect he deserves. He puts his heart and soul into this just as much as the rest of us and works his butt off. He's gone through some times, but I think times are changing, and I think that 2026 is going to be a phenomenal year for all of us, and especially him, especially with his new job that he's kicking butt at. But without further ado, let's bring him on. He's our coach. Here comes the money! Shane O'Mac, Shane McGee, what is up?
What's up, man? I'm just glad to be here tonight. This is my release from the world. Get to talk sports with my boys that I love dearly.
Always.
Man, I'm ready to roll tonight. Hey, you gotta speak your mind the other night. You do your thing. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
I appreciate that.
But man, I got nothing but love for you. I'm ready to talk some sports tonight. Talk about these playoffs.
Oh,
and
we got a lot to talk about. So, and without further ado, I got to bring on the other guy that rocked it with you guys. I mean, let me tell you this, 60 something views last week. Great job. Honestly. I mean, and we actually got more viewers. Chat box was hopping, and we got even more viewers after the fact that were liking it and so forth. So it was fantastic, and couldn't be happier that you guys took care of it while I was on the mend. And I finally got a voice back. And anyway, I used it too much on Sunday apparently, but we're all good. But anyway, with that being said, though, let me bring him on. Let me tell you this: he's been a day one supporter, and I'm just so happy to have him a part of this family. He is my brother from another mother, and I just see some great things for him, and I can't wait to see what your all shows individually bring to the table. But with that being said, let's bring him on with the love and respect he deserves. The one, the only, Big Game Kerry Reeves. What is up, baby? How you doing?
How's everybody doing tonight? Can you guys hear me? I can't hear James at all.
You can't hear me? I can hear you great.
I can hear you
great.
Okay, good. I can't hear James.
Oh, interesting. So interesting.
Go through your normal speaker, maybe without the headphones. That might help.
Let's try that.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me
all
now?
right.
How's everybody doing tonight?
You sound great, by the way, even without the headphones. So you can hear me now, though? You still can hear me. Uh-oh. Can anybody hear me? So besides Shane.
Oh, boy, I'm doing good tonight.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me, even the chat box. If you can hear me, let me know. So, but
Shane,
hey.
I can hear you fine. I can't hear James.
Uh-oh. So,
I hear you just fine.
Exactly. I hear you just fine. I can't hear James.
Can you hear me?
Huh.
Can you hear me?
Technical difficulties tonight.
Well, we're having all sorts of technical difficulties tonight.
Can you hear me now?
I'm doing all right.
All right. Huh. Interesting.
I hear you just fine, James.
Okay. All right. Well,
I can't hear James.
Oh,
I can hear Shane, but I can't hear James.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
I don't get it. I was hearing James just fine before we went on.
Huh.
Try exiting back out and coming back in and see if that works.
All right. Yeah. Let's try that.
Mm-hmm. We'll blame internet connection all night.
Yep. Well, let me tell you this. We got our other guy that's here. And let me tell you this. The day one, I don't know if he saw the intro from our episode from December 26, 2023. We have really evolved and some great things happening there. And, I'm going to just say this much. He really deserves the love and praise, because without him, I ran with this idea. He said, I thought he was going to think it was dumb, but he was like, dude, let's rock it. Let's see where it goes. And here we are starting year 3, if you can believe it. But let me just tell you this. He is my day one guy. We have been friends for 26 years. My favorite Seminole, my brother from another mother, Mr. 2003 West. Voice of the running Rebels and Lady Rebels and the Panthers and Lady Panthers. And let me tell you something. You give this guy a mic, he will entertain. So without further ado, let's bring him on. The one, the only, 2-pair Tate. Brian Tate, what is up, baby? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I know you felt really good this weekend. What I'm saying?
Too good. I said some comments I needed to apologize for, but we're good. Next play.
Man,
So,
yeah.
So it felt really good, man. And to be there with my parents, and the minute that Fitzgerald got that interception on Reed, and I knew that the game was over, I was looking for flags. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for flags, and no pun intended. And when they said,
how many curse words did you utter when he caught the interception?
Oh shoot! No, actually, it was more the touchdown by Malachi Tony. I was like, "Oh my God, we might do this!" And then like just hugging my mom and dad, and that picture that we took together that I posted. It was special. And Dad made his chili. It felt like I was 17 again, and I even rocked the Dan Morgan jersey. I could fit into it.
Look at that, man.
That's how I used to wear. That's how I used to dress. That's how I used to do it. So
yeah, man, that's pretty cool though.
It was really special to be a part of it. So
I know that the experience that, man, you know what I'm saying, as far as college football goes, man. Yeah. That I know that's been a long time coming, and now it's like I feel like history is it might repeat itself, or it might. Because Ohio State, Miami is that's one for the soul, if you really are if you a true fan, because you remember how it was that night in Tempe.
I do. I mean, and it's weird. Kerry, can you hear me good now by any chance?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. If you can hear me, we're good. We're ready to roll.
We got you, Kerry.
We got it rolling.
It's good to be with everybody tonight. Been through a long week. I buried my mom last week. Everything was beautiful. Celebration of life, and everything's beautiful. And now I get a chance. She's watching me from above. She enjoyed the football. I know she enjoyed the football this weekend. And now I get a chance to sit with my guys, get ready to talk about playoffs. And everything's getting down to the nitty gritty. I really believe we have the 8 best teams in the country facing each other the next weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, we can get right into it, guys, because I mean, here's where we're going to start with college football playoff first round completed. It went as expected. Were you not entertained? I mean, honestly, Shane, I'll let you go first, then Two-Pair, then Kerry. What were your thoughts about the games? Because before I turn it over to you guys, I mean, we knew that this was going to happen. I mean, these group of 5 teams did even worse than I thought that they were going to do. Honestly.
Oh,
I mean,
Tulane and
JMU.
Okay. So I saw a freaking comment. I'm trying to watch my language. We got about an hour to fucking really talk like I want to talk. But fucking yeah, my bad. Error came out.
You're good.
I saw somebody like, oh, Power 4 got blown out last year, just like teams did this year. No. What Ohio State did to Tennessee last year, Ohio State was a freaking buzzsaw.
Yeah.
And they ran through everybody. What happened to JMU and Tulane was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was, if you're going to do this freaking playoff system, you do a play-in for those at-large bids for your 12, your 11, your 10, and your 9. You do a play-in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the winner of that goes in. So we could, as much as I hate freaking saying it, Vanderbilt could have been in there. Notre Dame deserved to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Texas would have been in there. And I'm not sure who my 4th team would have been. But it would have been better doing
BYU.
it that way than what we just had.
I mean, okay.
Well, I'll be right back.
It's like I can understand Notre Dame. I can understand maybe.
Okay, lost again.
Maybe BYU. Maybe. But my thing with BYU is you lost to Texas Tech twice. So
okay, this is just
I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't really judge that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, nah. Once I saw you lose twice to said team, I've gotten my money's worth. Whereas Oklahoma, Alabama beats Oklahoma this time, but this time they do it on the road, which that sent. I didn't even know Oklahoma could look like that, packed like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That atmosphere was electric. You're right.
It was electric, but you got to see the better version of Alabama in that atmosphere. Whereas Tulane, you lost horribly the first time.
Yeah.
So you're able to see this team again, and even with Lane not being there, it's like they didn't lose a step. It's still the same. It's still the same team.
Well, yeah, I mean all the offensive coaches came back for the most part, and the defensive coach is the one who took over the team. So you didn't lose anything really. You just lost Lane's ability to see the play very first, but because Lane had say so in it. But he's been in that system long enough. He knows what Lane would call. It's his offense anyways. And I honestly think the football gods themselves will possibly bless Ole Miss with, I dare say, playing for the national championship.
Possible. I mean, Kerry, can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Whatever.
I can hear you. I don't know what's going on tonight.
No, you're good. You're good. So what was your take on it? And Tuber, you brought up something interesting too, and Shane, you did as well. Before I hand it off to you, Kerry, I even heard a take from somebody today that basically stated to me that Ole Miss looks like that's not a shoo-in for Georgia to win, because Ole Miss looks like a team that wants to prove they aren't just Lane Kiffin. And that's a dangerous opponent right there when you feel disrespected like that. Go ahead, Kerry, though. Your thoughts.
Dangerous opponent. And remember, they played each other in October. Ole Miss led in the fourth quarter.
You're right.
Led in the fourth quarter and lost by 9. Now you get Georgia on a neutral field where Ole Miss will have more fans than Georgia, because Ole Miss is only an hour and a half from New Orleans. They will have most of their fans in the Superdome for this game with Georgia. And I think Ole Miss is catching Georgia at a good time. Ole Miss played very well, and I think Ole Miss. That's one of my upsets. I think Ole Miss beats Georgia, but we'll go on to that later. But the rest of the playoff, the Alabama-Oklahoma game was the most confusing game I've ever seen. It was 2 games in 1. It started out great for Oklahoma. We looked like Oklahoma was ready to roll, and then the next thing you know, 5 minutes later, Alabama comes flying back and not only takes the lead, but basically dominates the game from the middle of the second quarter on.
Keep your train of thought for a second. Let me just point this out to you guys. As you know, I was ill last week, so I'm trying to get good and be there with my parents on Saturday without getting them sick. I literally put the order in for the soup that I get up the street at the takeout place. I'm not lying to you guys. I get in my car, I go. By the time I get back, it's the pick 6 or whatever, and they are 17. I go, what the heck just happened here? I mean, you all were in firm control. There was something about a punt that was dropped. They gave him a short field or something, and
they botched a punt. They botched a punt
every time.
Yeah, it literally slipped out of his hands.
Yeah,
you couldn't make it up.
It's just that Alabama having a chance to right the wrong against Oklahoma.
Yes.
You know, when you first saw that game, you saw Oklahoma's defense dictated that game. Where they put Ty Simpson in favorable positions to look like a quarterback that he, had a lesser game. That kind of sent his Heisman stock down when they lost that game.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
That was the turning point of his, because there was a point where Ty Simpson was the Heisman front runner.
He was. Very good point. After he beat Tennessee, ironically, yeah. So they were in that stretch where they were really winning those games. The Missouri game, us, the South Carolina game, Kerry. That comeback or whatever.
That comeback against South Carolina.
Because at first, Lenore Sellers at the beginning of the season was the Heisman darling, right?
Yeah, it was.
It shows you. It shows you that. 1 game or 2 games or 3 games, it can change a lot of things. And the way that Alabama-Oklahoma game, I think that was the game that didn't surprise me. It was just the fact of Oklahoma had already seen Alabama, so Alabama got to right a lot of wrongs in that game, and you saw with the play calling by DeBoer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go on something that Shane said. Truth be told, looking at these other 2 matchups, we'll talk about Miami and A&M in a second. The fact that we had Ole Miss and Tulane part 2, and dare I say it was even worse than the first time they played.
Yeah, it was worse. Probably worse.
It was worse.
And then you got JMU, God love them. They were saying the right things, and the score looks a little bit better than what it was. But Oregon dog-walked them in that first half. And I'm thinking to myself,
3s against JMU's 1s was what the second
was what that was. Exactly. I mean, And what really bothered me the most about that is I'm thinking to myself, look, I'm not a Notre Dame fan. They would have looked better. Okay. Vanderbilt would have
Notre Dame against Oregon. I would have paid money to see that. I feel like if you really would want to shake things up, Virginia should have just took care of business.
Exactly.
Should have.
If Virginia takes care of business, I don't think JMU or Tulane, it looks foggy. It may be just JMU make it. Or,
or it's probably Tulane. Virginia would have went to Oregon, and Tulane would have went to Oregon.
And Virginia goes play Ole Miss. Yes. Yeah. I got one better for you guys.
And I feel like that would have been a better ball game.
We like I said, we expanded to 16. But those 13, 14, 15, 16 teams are play-ins, just like you do in the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you go from there.
But you know what I don't understand? This is what I don't understand. How come the NCAA, they appreciate the Cinderella story? Like, that's what March Madness built on, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Ain't no goddamn fearing way that you're going to put that to happen with the CFP or college football. We don't want to see it. It is a very elitist sport. Like when it comes down to it, think about it. If you would have had BYU and Notre Dame in this, and think of the way those fans travel, this is all about the green. It is
it's all about the green
when it's all down to it, because you're looking at.
But if it's all about the green, you get teams that can play.
Yeah,
you want the money.
But this is what I'm saying. Like when you started watching that JMU and Oregon game, you just saw the disparity of
the size, the speed. It was
size,
not even close.
Nothing was close.
Yeah,
that was not close, and that wasn't enjoyable.
That wasn't.
Might have been the worst of all the games.
And this jackass behind me, this sorry excuse for a commissioner, Dr. James J. Phillips from the ACC, our friend, our buddy here. Let me tell you this. He could have told Duke, kick rocks, made Miami, who had the same record as them, that they didn't even play, and throw your tiebreakers out the window and literally say, Miami, Virginia, settle it on the field, be our ACC representative. Notre Dame, where his kids go, you're in. Okay, and then Tulane being the highest group of 5 goes. It's simple as that. But no, he did this. And then he even further did last week, even more conference debacle. I mean, two-pair. They still haven't solved the tiebreaker problem in the ACC.
No, they're not going to solve it, man.
And on top of that, now they felt that let's give 9 of the teams 9 games and 8 of them 8 games. And then the teams that are 8 games are like they get 2 power conference teams, and the people that have 9 conference games only have to schedule 1 power, and then we'll work out the tiebreaker scenario. I was like, this isn't calculus AB, man. That's what you're making it out to be. This isn't trigonometry. You give a schedule, make it competitive, rotate the teams, just like what the SEC did. I mean, the SEC is the blueprint because they found the matchups. Look, are we upset that we're not going to get to play the Gators every year? Of course, because that's been ingrained in us. But you appreciate it when you play them. But you couldn't take away the Vanderbilt. You couldn't take away Alabama. And you couldn't take away Kentucky. Let's just be face it. But that's all I wanted to say. It's this idiot why we suffered this weekend. Go ahead.
Let me say this, though. If you do get the Virginia, Miami, I feel like you get a true ACC championship game.
Yes.
Because as much as I love Manny Diaz, you cannot tell me that Duke is the best team in the conference when they didn't even win 10 games.
Facts.
That just
and can I say this?
Mind boggles you.
And they lost to Tulane.
They took advantage of the system that was there.
And they lost to Tulane. They lost to Tulane. Duke did, who paid $7.5 million to Mensa, who was Tulane's quarterback. They go to New Orleans and lose to Tulane. So that should just tell you all you need to know about Duke football. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. It's just funny because I'm looking at the way things played out, and that's where I kind of I would have loved to see Notre Dame against Oregon.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If Notre Dame, if you're that good, then why don't you travel to Eugene and play those dudes?
Correct.
If you really thought you had a shot at it, because you mean to tell me Notre Dame is going to go into Oxford? They're going to go into Oxford and win? No. They would. I don't think they would. I think the game's close. But when you look at the way the teams played, Alabama is a team you didn't want to see. Like, they played really well. Miami's defense, that puts them in favorable positions with all the skill players. I think we're gonna get a really true definition of this in a few weeks, because I think this Alabama-Indiana game is a must-see TV game. Like, I would. Is that right? Is it?
Yeah. Because Indiana's playing Alabama in the Rose Bowl, and then you've got Miami and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, Ole Miss and Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, and then Oregon goes 3,000 miles to Miami to play Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. So those are the matchups. Yeah, I'll put them up there. I'm going to put them up there.
I'm sorry to say, I'm going to say this. I feel like McGuire needs to be coach of the year for Texas Tech.
Yeah, I agree.
I really love the way they get after it, man. Like that linebacker crew of Roberts and Rodriguez.
Yeah, they're good. They're
good. And you know, for what it's worth, I seen these guys beat up on BYU, and I hate to harp on it, but that's the best team that they were going to see all year. And they made BYU not look like BYU.
Mm-hmm.
They got a really good team, man. And I would be flabbergasted if Oregon smacks Texas Tech around. I would. It's just their defense is a lot better than I expected.
I honestly like Texas Tech in that game. I mean, I know we're going to pick it next week or what have you. I know we'll pick it next week when we get to it. But, you know, Shane, I wanted to ask you something. Talking about the Miami A&M game that Two Pair brought up. I mean, we knew that one was probably going to be the best game of all of them. But the drama that was involved there, I mean, and the atmosphere was incredible. How loud Texas A&M was. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the wind was a factor with kicks being missed by the Miami kicker. But Miami found a way to win. And that defensive performance that they put on was a clinic. I mean, 7 sacks by their defensive line. One thing that I think we learned is A&M talked all this stuff. Miami didn't say nothing. And Miami was the one that smashed them in the face when it all came said and done. They were the more physical team.
Well, let's even go back to like this year. Like we've been critical of Miami all year, and it's what like I just said earlier. Like, you know, Ole Miss could be the Cinderella. You know, everything that happened to them, and the football gods can bless them. But think about how we were talking about Ohio State last year.
Yep.
Facts.
And Miami is playing the exact same way that we thought Ohio State was, or leading into we're like, okay, Miami will, you know, they made it. Texas A&M has proven to be the better team most of the year. They were a lot of people's favorites. I know they were my favorite to win, but Miami came in and handled business, and they could. I think they could honestly win it this year.
Yeah.
Because everything's clicking. They're playing for their coach. They're playing for their team. They're doing everything you expect. They're doing exactly what Ohio State did last year.
Yeah.
So before I bring on, there's a good chance that Miami takes it the whole way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do have somebody else that wanted to pop in, voice only, just for a bit. Obviously, to be a part of the Year 3 celebration, got to give him some love too. Shane brought up a point that I want to bring in up to you guys, and I'm going to bring on Mr. Larry Frank Jr. who's joining us down from Louisiana, our favorite Cajun. But I do want to just say very quickly, Shane's on to something. Two Pair, you're on to something. Kerry, you're on to something. The teams that were disrespected, like the Alabamas, like Miami, did they even belong in here? Ole Miss, are they even the same without Kiffin? Can't say that about the group of fives. Everything, they did exactly what they were told. But these other 3 teams, they came out dangerous. But let me bring on Larry real quick. Let's bring him on, guys, and give him that round of applause he deserves. Our guy, Larry Frank Jr.
Hey.
What's up, Larry?
What's good, family? What's happening? Look, I'm not going to be on long, man. I had a rough one at work, came home, showered, laid down to take a cat nap, and before I knew it, a cat nap turned into about 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm just getting up. I'm going right back to sleep. But I saw the notification. I said, let me jump on with my boys. And I just wanted to come on for a quick second. I ain't going to be long, just to tell you guys congratulations on the celebration. Year 3 is on the way, and all the new, no doubt, all the new shows coming up, man. Just to say, man, we wish you the best of luck. U-Talk is supporting you guys, and
we appreciate
rock on.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, brother. No, we appreciate all you do, and you're welcome anytime. You know that. So you're like our Melvin Bratton, but at least you got a nicer phone. So
yeah. Don't let him hear you. Don't let him hear you say
that. I was rolling when you guys did that last week, and everybody was. And I feel bad because I was doing Christmas shopping at the end there, and that's why I couldn't jump on. But I was just laughing so hard listening, and I was just like, man, he really, him and Devin, they're like brothers. They really go at it. It's funny to listen.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Larry, real quick, your thoughts while I have you on real quick. I mean, is there anything wrong with what we've said about how that first round went with the teams that were disrespected and who didn't show up and what a waste of space the 2 group of 5 schools were? What was your take, brother?
They got to do some reform with this group of 5 situation. I think the group of 5 situation, you can't say that you're going to have a playoff with the 12 best teams in college football. I don't care who your group of 5 champion is. That's never going to be one of your 12 best teams. That's no disrespect to that program. It's just, it is what it is. When they play, like you saw JMU playing Oregon or Tulane playing Ole Miss, it's always a step up in competition, and it's always going to be lopsided. And I know JMU put some points up against Oregon, but Oregon had the 2s and the 3s in. I mean, if they'd have kept the 1s in there, it wouldn't have been, as close as it turned out to be. Exactly. So they need to revamp this thing, and they really need to figure something out to where, like, look, if you want to do like maybe an honorable mention for the best 2 group of 5s, pit the 2 best group of 5 teams in a bowl game, let them go at it, and let, whoever wins that game get their recognition. But you got to take them out of it because it's unfair. As much as I don't want to admit it, it's unfair to Notre Dame. They should have got in. It's unfair to BYU. They could have had a case to get in. You could have made a case for Vandy to get in. You could have made a case for Texas to get in. You got essentially 2 wasted spots. And you could have really had 4 other teams that could have stated their case to get in. And to me, the ratings suffered. I looked at the ratings today. It came out. Alabama had like 9. Yeah. Alabama's game was like 19.9 viewers. Miami's game was 19.8. The other 2 were like 7 point something and 6 point something.
They didn't even add up to the other, either one of the others. That's bad.
Both of those combined didn't add up to one of the other 2. So that's how bad it was. So it's gonna have to be, for real. It's gonna have to be some revamping of the system, and they can't do this moving forward, man. They just can't.
Oh, by the way, I was watching Eagles and Commanders. That's how bad both of these.
Yeah, dude, I was watching the Bears and the Packers that night.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
Hey, real quick, I got one for you, real quick. The guy at TNT that got those games, the CEO, when he got the ratings, this was him.
That's what it should have been. That's
somebody should have been
right.
fired for that malpractice. I mean, oh my god,
you should have. Somebody had a prostate exam, and it sounded like 2 hands went on the shoulder.
Too fair. I mean, when you hear those ratings, man, what does that make you feel like? I mean, that's just terrible.
Like when you say the numbers and then you look at it, it's like you see the disparity in a Tulane versus Ole Miss. You see a disparity in a JMU versus Oregon, like the speed, the difference. Like
you should have JMU and Tulane playing each other.
Yeah, that would have been a better game.
That would have been like my 15-16.
Yeah.
And they should have played after the Army-Navy game last week, and then play. That's what that should have been.
I love that Navy game. I love the Army-Navy game. Go Navy.
If you really think about it, and I mean, don't get me wrong, as a Miami fan, I'm glad for the result of Miami that it was the first game. But in hindsight, Miami and Texas A&M should have been the nightcap because that game set the precedent. I mean, it was a low-scoring game. A lot of people didn't like the lack of offense, but it was a slugfest. It was a hell of a game, and it was hard to follow it. Hell yeah, it was hard to follow that game up. The night before, the Alabama comeback versus Oklahoma, you had 2 games with 4 big dogs, and it was so hard to follow that up, and you had 2 duds. And my mom, I went visit her, And she was trying to watch the Tulane game. When I went over there to her house, she was trying. And my mom's like 78 years old. And I'm like, Mom, what's it looking like? And she's like, they look like shit. They need to not even play the second half. They need to come back to New Orleans.
Larry, I think our moms are sisters because here's my mom about to turn 76 on January 1st. I'm not lying, and so like the Miami beating Ohio State would be a great birthday present for her. But what I'm saying is that like she literally goes, why is this team even in here? They stink. Like she said it just like how we do it. And like I mean, Tulane was horrendous. She did, and she was like, she goes, this team sucks. Like they can't even tackle that guy. I mean, she said it like that, and it's just hilarious that your mom said the exact same thing. It's so bad. I mean, honestly.
My mom was mad because my mom, and you know the older people, they don't know it like we know it. They just know that they made the playoffs. So my mom is watching the game and she's just going off. And she's like, why did they even let them in the game? I thought they had a chance. What are they in the playoffs for? They could have stayed their ass in New Orleans. I'm like, Mom, you had to know what was going on, Mom. You know, and she's like, I could have went up there and I could have got more yards than that bastard. I'm like, good Lord, they got my mom. She already mad because of the Saints and what they're not doing. And Tulane didn't make it any better. So my mom was really upset.
Man.
Poor thing.
Poor thing, man.
Yep.
But that's pretty interesting that somebody like saw it right away and was like, this ain't good. Like, I mean, and it ain't good. I mean, that was a way. And let me ask you this too, Pear. If you're an Ole Miss fan or an Oregon fan, were you even damn worried? Like you're going in there playing like one of the FCS schools or whatever like that, like the first game of the year. Well, let's see what we got on offense this year, guys. Or
no worries at all.
Nice.
And you can tell but like what was really making me mad during the JMU Oregon game is how like JMU, they still driving, they're still playing, they're still competing. But by the time these 2s and 3s come in, it's like it's not the same type of football.
It's not.
Nope.
And you don't want to watch it.
No. It wasn't good.
Not at all.
It wasn't good. I mean, that's what it ultimately boils down to. It was not good.
You want to know one thing real quick, Stallion? I don't want to cut you off, but you know one thing is on my brain that
what's that? These
group of 5 matchups, I think they did a disservice to Oregon and Ole Miss because
they did.
It's going to show this weekend. Watch what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Watch what happens because I don't know if either one suffered any injuries in the game because I didn't watch either one. But it was a meaningless game that was played. It was pretty much, to me, the equivalent of week 1, week 2, where you play these money games against lesser tiered competition, and you're just not battle tested. And I mean, that's where I think Alabama has an edge going into its matchup with Indiana. That's where Miami has an edge going into the matchup with Ohio State. They just came out of emotional wars. And they're in playoff form, whereas I don't think the other two. So I think you'll see the ramifications of that. And I don't know, man. It's just
you're right.
To me, it's a waste.
Honestly, I have a question for all of you guys. Do you know last year we talked about how, it was really interesting. I'm glad somebody made the mention of Ohio State last year being a buzzsaw. And think about the disrespect they had to hear for 3 weeks about what Michigan did planting the flag. And that, Tennessee just went up against the worst opponent they could have gone up against last year.
Yep.
Not to mention the head case of what Nico was. Fired. Yeah, exactly. And so what I'm getting at is, but then you saw a trend. You saw Ohio State win because of in the Rose Bowl over Oregon. That game wasn't even close. And so what I'm getting at is the layoff going to be too long for these teams that have the bye? Like what's your all's thoughts on that?
Well, let's remember last year, all 4 number 1 seeds were lost.
That's
Ohio State fucking ran through Oregon last year.
Yep. Game was over in 5 minutes.
Yeah, the only game that was competitive, I felt, was the Arizona State Texas game. That was the one. Yeah, Georgia didn't have a quarterback. I mean, if they had Beck, that would have been a different story. But Notre Dame dominated that game.
Does Beck get revenge?
Yep, on Ohio State. That's the question.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll say this real quick. You don't have Will Howard at Ohio State, and that I think is going to be the biggest difference. Like I'm looking at all this stuff with Jeremiah Smith running his mouth. I'm looking at the defensive lineman running his mouth, and I'm like, okay, Ryan Day is taking over play calling. I said it the other day on Stallion Speaks. When you got in the playoffs at this time of the year, you got coaches who are on staffs that have other jobs that they're about to undertake. That's somewhat of a distraction that takes away. And the fact that you're going to Ryan Day, who made this decision, I think yesterday it came out that he's going to call the plays. There's going to be a difference in
it came
everything.
out yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to be a difference in how that team operates. And I'm sorry. I mean, you got a lot of guys on that team that weren't on that 23 team when he previously called plays. So there has to be an adjustment, I think. And I don't think you're going to have it. I mean, I think they will eventually start clicking, but let's be honest. You know, you got Julian saying he's still a young quarterback. And listen, you know, Indiana gave the blueprint, and you're going up against, I think, a more nastier, fierce pass rush than what Indiana gave. And, you know, to quote Ruben Bain, God help him, you know, like what he said with Texas A&M, because they're not going to survive, and they're not helping their case by running their mouths. I don't know. I put it on my Facebook. I do not know why Ohio State is running their mouth. They should have learned from Texas A&M running their mouth. But, you know, and one other thing, Jeremiah Smith, you weren't even born. Why are you commenting on the Fiesta Bowl? Why? Why?
Well, and can I throw this out there too? And Shane, I'd like your take on this being a coach. You know, A&M, I was shocked to find out how many combined starts those 5 starters had. And they were a big offensive line. Granted, maybe they didn't play the toughest of the SEC, but they had done what they had done. And then, you know, disrespected Miami. Miami's defensive line did that. In my opinion, I don't think Ohio State's offensive line is as good pound for pound as A&M's offensive line was. I mean, am I wrong by saying that? I mean, what do you think? Just curious.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I think so too.
That's fair.
Shane, I think you're on mute. I think you got yourself muted, by the way. Sorry.
I think looking at when you look at the lines, when it comes down to NFL caliber and what you go against, the SEC is better. So I'm always going to choose that line. Like you got some standouts in your Big Ten guys that, you know, make the line, but your overall consistency, you take an SEC line all day.
Yeah.
And look what Miami's defensive line did, that 7 sacks.
Only problem is, Shane, that they didn't face the SEC's top line. Their schedule was not involving Alabama, Tennessee, those guys. They didn't face the top of the line.
They faced the bottom half.
They faced the bottom half.
But
Miami's got
even the bottom half goes against NFL caliber guys week in, week out.
But I don't think these guys have seen 2 bookends at defensive end in Miami's got that are top 10 picks in the NFL draft. Not very many people have those guys.
And if you can't stop 2 ends like that, that's my bread and butter when I was a line coach is give me. I'll always like running 4-3 to a 4-4.
Yep.
And my mindset as a coach, at least with my age group that I've coached majority, even when I went back down, is my ends. You're crashing 4 yards and you're containing.
Yep.
If you get that containing, you force the running back or the quarterback, if he's mobile or not, to get back to the inside where the rest of my defensive help is, and I got a guy shooting the C gap or the B gap.
Yep.
I'm stopping you. You're not getting any yardage. So my ends are always my most athletic, physical dudes that fight with their hands every play. I'm taking Miami's all day.
That's Miami.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think.
Weird that we were so critical of Miami all year, and they are literally just they're doing what Ohio State did last year, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Real quick, you want to know why? Because a lot of people I don't think realize Mario Cristobal built those trenches like an SEC line. That's what a lot of
He
people don't
learned that from
understand.
Saban.
And he learned that from Saban, and he built it. He got the size. I mean, good God, man. Markel Bell is like 6'9", 340 pounds. That's our left tackle.
Yeah.
You know, that's SEC size.
Exactly.
And
apparently they got backups.
I'm letting my ends cause disruption. Because then you guys start looking at what my linebacker is going to do. So then you're going to try to double team my end, and that's going to leave a linebacker free. If I'm getting real creative, I'm going. So this is what I like to do. I'll run a 4-3 with a cover 3. I'll bring down my strong safety in a blitz.
And you see, that's what we do. Heatherman does. He's been bringing the safety or a nickel quarterback on either side of the field. Yeah.
And the other thing I'll do is, I mean, I doubt anybody's watching my shit right now that I'll coach against. So my blitz package that I called this year is, if you can figure out who's what. I had Miami, Wichita, Seattle, Jacksonville. Those are my blitz packages. If I'm calling Wichita, it's my Will. Miami's my Mike. Seattle's my Sam. Jacksonville's my strong safety.
Nice.
If I call it, whatever I call, my strong is coming down, picking up that, because I ran a zone defense. He's coming down, he's picking one of those linebacker spots, and that's his coverage. Unless I call him and he's coming through. My defensive end, if he's playing like I want him to, he's taking that tight end or that tackle, and he's riding him outside to where he can just split that C gap all fucking day. So, like, I mean, that's my defensive philosophy. I'll run it all day. I will stop you. I dare you to try to run on me, because I got some guys who will knock your brains out.
Absolutely. Two-Pair, I want to ask you something. A lot of people have talked about Ohio State's schedule, maybe not up to par. If people want to talk about A&M maybe not paying the upper echelon of the SEC, you can't say the same about Ohio State either, because realistically, other than Michigan, Ohio State didn't face Oregon or Indiana in the regular season this year. You know, and Penn State didn't end up being the Penn State we thought that they should have been, with all their preseason. So,
like I looked at that. I looked at that when a lot of people were saying it, and when they played Indiana, I said the thing that helped Indiana was that game was played at Lucas Oil Field.
Yeah.
And I said that's going to be the telltale sign, which, if you think that's a neutral site, it wasn't for those Indiana fans.
Yeah, you called that.
Rocking.
Yeah.
And like I called it because it's just it was a thing with me where Ohio State thought that the best team that they were gonna see was Texas, and kind of really underestimated how good Indiana really is. Like, and Doza has played composed, and I'm not going to say he was the best player in college football this year, because I believe the best player in college football was actually playing in Nashville. They just weren't as good as those dudes in Bloomington.
Yeah, agreed.
But I'm so happy.
Was the best
I'm
player.
so happy Mendoza won after the way Pavia, acted. Like I'm so glad that, if anybody won, it was Mendoza, because he's the best representation for college football.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that guy told people to go F themselves. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, like,
he was trophy winner. Nah, I'm good.
Did you see that?
He was my you stink.
Yeah.
Did you see that scripted apology? The only reason he put out that scripted apology was Vanderbilt was about to suspend him for the bowl game.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's the only reason he put out that apology.
I think
you better believe it's going to hurt his draft
they
stock.
rode him for
what draft stock?
What they could get out of him. News like, hey, we're going to get people excited in Vanderbilt football, but that's not who Vanderbilt is.
Yep.
And that just, I mean, like they've got there's got to be some more stuff going on if they were willing to suspend him for the bowl game.
Yep.
You're right.
But I'll tell you what,
right.
come next year, the guy, he's not even going to be there, and everybody that Vanderbilt plays is going to pay them back for little baby boy Diego and his attitude. They're going to take the payback, and he's not going to be there.
And they got a brutal schedule too.
They got a very brutal schedule,
and more likely they're going to play that true freshman that decommitted from Georgia,
and he's going to get killed.
And
he's going to
learn real quick that he was the T-move. Bobby was the T-move version of Manziel.
Yes.
Damn.
You're being nice saying the T-move version.
That's horrible.
Oh,
am I lying? Like
you're not.
No, you're not lying. You're just being nice saying he's the T-move version.
I said this the other day. Y'all know who Baby Gronk is, right?
Yeah.
Does Pavia not look like an adult Baby Gronk?
He
and act the same way.
I can't unsee it now. So I mean, shoot.
Yeah, I'll never look at him the same.
Hey, Larry Frank.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
You're not. No, you ain't.
Larry Frank.
No, not it. Yes, sir.
Before you go, I'm gonna have to make you upset now. I don't want to make you upset, but I gotta do it. I gotta say congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers because they're about to make the playoffs, get a home game, and win a division. I know how bad you want Tomlin out.
Man, fuck my life, man. I tell you what, man. When I saw that the other night, man, I said, "Here we go. This is about right, man." And with the Ravens, losing, that puts Pittsburgh 2 games ahead.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
and they got Cleveland. They got Cleveland
out. He ain't going nowhere, man.
He ain't going nowhere now. They got Cleveland, which they're going to win that game.
As long as he can make the playoffs and is over 500, he's there.
Dude, I'm sick of that, man. I'm sick of that. Like mediocrity. Like they accept mediocrity now.
Hey,
I'm gonna make this worse. 3 coaches.
There's a chance Aaron Rodgers comes back next year.
Hold on. He's 1 win away from tying Chuck Noll for regular season wins.
Yeah.
They're going to build a statue for that bastard for mediocrity, man. I'm telling you, man.
And they're going to talk Aaron Rodgers into coming back next year.
If Tomlin wins 2 Super Bowls, we not having this conversation.
Yeah, if he had 2
We're not. But I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
He loses the second Super Bowl appearance. Mm-hmm. And then from that point, it's just a downward spiral because he goes on to having Tebow, the Demaryius Thomas with the Broncos. And then at that point, you go on to win like 1 playoff game in 10 years. And like people are like excited and happy about it. And not only, do you not, finish last in the division as I thought he would to get fired, you win the goddamn thing. So I mean, the damn football guys are against me, man. I mean, like I said, I guess you know what? If I got to sacrifice Pittsburgh for Miami, then so be it. I mean, if Miami could get a national championship, I could deal with Omar Epps for 1 more year. I'm good.
I sacrificed the
Why Omar got to take it straight? Why does Omar got to take it straight for Tomlin?
Damn. I sacrificed the Titans.
Omar's already doing them Zaxby's commercials, man. That's already.
Man, listen, that's Jay Reed right there, man. Every time I look at him, man, I'm thinking of Jay Reed. You ain't a cop, Jay Reed. You a
Jay Reed.
No, I'm going to say this. He will always be Darnell Jefferson, baby. That's who he is. Darnell Jefferson.
Or Quincy McCall.
Quincy McCall. Oh, my God.
You know what? I just thought about this.
Or Willie Mays Hayes.
Omar
in Major League.
Hey, Omar Epps has played a Major League Baseball player.
Willie Mays Hayes.
A world-class track athlete.
Yep.
A running back.
he took Halle Berry for Ray
loving basketball.
And he was Quincy McCall.
Way to go, Omar.
Hold on. and he's a DJ, and he about to get shot by Tupac. Like, you can't make this up.
And he's doing Zaxby
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You referencing Juice, my favorite line, the favorite line in Juice, man.
Oh, yeah.
You trying to say I ain't shit? And Tupac, I ain't trying to say shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit. Boy, we've been fighting, dog. Yeah,
Man,
I got to send you that clip. That was a Juice line.
Oh, man.
That was so good.
You know what? Juice has got a bunch of lines. Like, my favorite line at the end. You got the juice.
You got the juice now, man.
They got memes on that shit all over the internet, too. They got memes all over the place on that.
Yeah. Well, look, fellas, I'm gonna let y'all have it. I gotta dip on out. I gotta get ready, man. Go to sleep, man. Get ready for work. But I just wanted to come on real quick. When I woke up, I said, man, I gotta get on with my boys and show some love, man, and congratulate y'all. And I'm gonna watch y'all till I crash out, man. So y'all have a Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas. Hey, real quick before you go, I want you to give me one naughty person and one nice person on your list this year, real quick. Who was the naughty of the year and who was your nice of the year? Real quick.
Oh man, well, I mean, I'm not just going to limit it to Sharon Moore. I'm going to go ahead on, and my naughty people is going to be the Michigan staff, because while Sharon Moore was around here bouncing, the side piece and all of that, you got an assistant coach that got investigated and busted by the feds because he was trying to get hacking the computers to look at naked pictures of people. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with that, man. Like,
what is going on?
And that's why I'm not worried about Ohio State, because Ohio State, you struggled to beat Michigan when their coaching staff had other stuff on their mind. One guy was bouncing his side piece. The other guy was around here trying to hack in the computer systems and playing with his wanker during games, I guess. I don't know, his film study, and you barely beat him. So that's my naughty guy. And my nice guy, man, I've been hard on him for a long time. But I got to go with my coach. I got to go with Mario Cristobal, because he came through in the clutch, man. After that SMU loss. Yeah. After that SMU loss, it could have been a downward spiral, but he rallied the troops, and so far we're still in it. So that's me. That's what I got. So
blessings, brother. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be in touch.
Merry Christmas, fellas.
If you guys do have a show, great show. I have a great show this week on You Talk. So
Sunday we'll be on Sunday morning. We got a couple of Ohio State guys coming in, so it's gonna be Ohio State versus Miami, the fan edition. So get ready.
Oh man,
can't wait.
So I got to tie into this Ohio State thing.
Yeah.
So
all right, y'all. You have a good one.
Later, brother.
All right,
Take
later.
care.
All right.
Later.
Take care, bro.
I got to pull up the Ohio State coaching tree real quick.
Go for it.
But
and no relation to me while you're doing that, Shane, the fact that Connor Stallion guy was stealing signs and stuff. I mean, what a shady staff they had, man. And Harbaugh's doing great with the Chargers. He didn't even get anything wrong. I mean, it's like
Harbaugh's going to the
bad news Bears
back year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they got going over there.
Okay.
Hey, man. And he's doing it with a quarterback who's got a broke thumb, wrist, or hand.
Oh, it's broken hand.
Man, and he's playing really well. They were playing against a team that is not playing for anything. So it's kind of like.
Oh, my God.
Dallas fumbled this way too many times. Way too many times this year. Way too many.
So here's my weird tie into Ohio State. My ex-wife's name is Tamara, right?
Mm-hmm.
I dated Tamara before Tamara. Her uncle was John Cooper.
Whoa.
Oh, I know. Cooper.
Before Tressel. Before the best.
Before Tressel.
You say that name at Ohio State, you get pitchforks.
I dated his niece freshman year of high school.
He's from Powell, by the way.
He's from Powell. That's where she lived. I met her through. I met her through a buddy of mine. His stepdad worked at old Cozy Mel's, and he was trying to get with a girl, and she had a friend. Her name was Tamara. I have my weaknesses to anatomies and she had a bigger upper region.
Yeah.
And so, we start talking and everything and start dating. And she's like, oh, so you play football? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so my uncle is a coach. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because I wasn't tying everything together. I was like, oh, so what's your coach? Like high school? She's like, no, he coaches college. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool shit. She's like, yeah, he's the head coach at Ohio State. I'm like, what? So that's my weird tie into Ohio State.
Damn.
That is crazy.
It's such a tie-in. Thank you.
That is. No, that's a good one. Yeah, John Cooper.
I don't know. Maybe
I will not get that out of my mind now. Like,
oh, that's
funny.
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah. I mean, like I said though, I Kerry brought up something earlier in the show about that these are the 8 best teams going at it, and I mean, I just want some competitive games, man. I mean, I want to be entertained. I mean, because realistically, are there going to be any other bowl games on that January 1st, or they've kind of moved the bowl games to really focus on the CFP? I think that the RWAC Bowl and the Capital One are actually going to be leading in on New Year's Eve to Miami, Ohio State as the nightcap, if I'm not mistaken. Shane, what's the bowl lineup looking like? And I know our Vols play on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. The Vols play on Tuesday in the Music City Bowl at 6:00. So, yeah, I mean.
All right, let's see. We got the Orange Bowl at noon, Texas Tech, Oregon. Rose Bowl 4, Indiana, Alabama. Sugar Bowl, Georgia, Ole Miss. That's our big ones.
Is there anything else on New Year's Day other than that, or is that it? I mean, that's the only ones being.
I think that's the only one I'm seeing. I mean, that's.
Okay. What's the New Year's Eve lineup?
Let's check ESPN real quick.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the New Year's Eve lineup is. Because honestly, I remember
I watched Louisville today, and it was
bad.
I mean, it's just to the point. Like, these bowls are like so bad. Like the Washington State Utah State game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
you remember back in the day, man, like I think we were spoiled because you remember back in the day, even with the BCS and everything like that, like at least you had a good, you knew the Gator Bowl was going to be on January 1st. You still had the Outback Bowl, the Capital one, the Sun Bowl let in. I mean, yeah.
Those are the CarQuest
Bowl.
CarQuest Bowl.
CarQuest Bowl was actually a good bowl game. Do you remember the Blockbuster Bowl?
Yeah, because that was the CarQuest Bowl before it became the CarQuest Bowl. It kept changing affiliates. I actually went to the Blockbuster Bowl between Stanford and Penn State, and Stanford ran them off the field, man, honestly.
Okay, like the Citrus Bowl was actually a good bowl game.
It was. The Outback Bowl was a great bowl game. It used to be called the Hall of Fame Bowl. So, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, the Peach Bowl used to be a lesser bowl.
It used to be, yeah. I think that's more a credit to Atlanta. I think because of the dome that it was played in, made that one jump up. Because remember, it used to be the Big Four. It was cotton, it was sugar, it was rose, and it was the orange. The Fiesta Bowl kind of even jumped in there at the end or whatever like that.
Yes, at the end. Because always was the Rose Bowl. Mm-hmm. It always was the Sugar Bowl. Yep. It always was the Orange Bowl. Mm-hmm. It always was the cotton. Like,
oh, yes.
And Fiesta came in at the end. I say like late 80s, like 86, 87, when it was seen as a national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you were always assured that the Peach Bowl snuck in there as a big bowl now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Peach Bowl's the 5th oldest bowl game. Other than the 4 with the Fiesta Bowl and the Peach Bowl are the 6 oldest bowls. That's why they're used.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Back in the day, though, the Peach Bowl used to be like the ACC and the SEC.
And the SEC.
It was like the 3rd or 4th team.
Yeah, I've been to 3 of them.
I remember Tennessee went like one year and played Maryland, and we lost. If I'm not mistaken, we lost with the fridge or something like that.
I also remember 2003. We went and played Clemson, and I remember the episode of the Pink Putty Tat when Casey Clausen and half of the team were at the Pink Putty Tat until 5 in the morning, the day of the game.
Way to go!
And that is true. And that is a true story, my friend. That is a true story.
And they played like that the next day.
They played like they were at the Pink Putty Tat.
But you know,
okay, so
like,
I pulled up the bowl games.
Always, you know what I'm saying? A bowl of notice. The
Pink Putty.
The Gator Bowl was always either it wasn't the ACC versus
and the Big East,
and the Big East against the SEC.
Those were great games.
They
like,
were.
And
the
there
Gator
too.
Bowl was always like a great game to watch.
Because it was always here's the thing, you actually had a choice in the morning after game day aired on January 1st while you were hungover. You had the Gator Bowl on NBC, you had the Citrus Bowl on ABC, and you had the Hall of Fame Outback Bowl on ESPN. So you could watch 3 games and they were either going to be Big Ten SEC or Big East ACC or whatever. Like
question though, did the Hall of Fame Bowl was that always the Outback Bowl, or was
it turned into the Outback Bowl?
It all became sponsorships because the Citrus Bowl was what became the Capital One Bowl and so forth like that. So that's what it was. And
now it's the Cheez-Its. Yeah, the style Cheez-Its, you get hit with crackers after the game.
But that they need to make it back to the floor, like the calling it the Citrus Bowl and like having Minute Maid or somebody sponsor it.
Well, remember Spurrier for years used to say you can't spell citrus without UT.
Well, can I tell you guys?
That's probably one of the best.
That's the best. That's the best quote ever.
Best one-liners.
Yeah.
Like he had a bunch of them though.
Free Shoes University, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Oh, real quick, Shane, before I want you to read the bowl list, Kerry, you don't remember this because you were at Bearden at the time, but I don't know if Two-Pair and Shane remember this, but do you know that our band, the West Band, actually got invited to the Holiday Bowl out in San Diego or whatever.
Really?
And they got shirts, and I think it was the Washington Huskies were playing somebody. It might have even been Texas.
What year was that?
It was
that junior senior year?
I think it was junior senior year. Yeah, I think it was that year.
Was that 02 or 03?
It was my senior year, your all's junior year. So so it was
02.
Yeah, so Chris Sims and Major Applewhite were for Texas, and and they were playing Washington, the Huskies, and so West and a bunch of high schools brought their bands over there, and they were the halftime entertainment for the Holiday Bowl, and they all got shirts because when we got back from winter break, a lot of the band people were wearing those shirts or what have you, like
okay.
That. So, yeah.
And that was Washington and Texas.
Bowl, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another bowl game.
Yeah, the Holiday Bowl.
That is the test of time too.
Okay, so
all right, go ahead, Shane. Yeah, go ahead.
The games. So all of our playoff games are on Saturday or on the 1st.
Mm-hmm. No, the Miami Ohio State game's the 31st. The rest of them are on the 1st.
Okay, okay.
Did I miss that one?
Yeah, that one's on the 31st at 7:30. So yeah.
Yeah,
but I was wondering if it was on that day.
I was wondering if it was
on New Year's Eve that day before that game. So yeah.
Yeah, because then Thursday, January 1st is Oregon at Texas Tech at noon. That'll be a good one. That 4-5 matchup. I'm liking that one.
Then Alabama and Indiana.
Indiana at 4.
And
then Ole Miss and Georgia at 8. I'm taking Ole Miss on that one. I'm just saying.
A lot of people are.
When it comes to those are the only games that we'll have on New Year's Day. Our New Year's Eve matchup is, let me get back down here. Let's see, there's 30th. Here we go, 31st. So our Rely Quest Bowl, Iowa Vanderbilt at noon. You've got Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Yep.
That's the way you name a bowl game.
CBS.
It should have been the California Raisins Sun Bowl, but I digress.
Hey, real quick, that's Gary Danielson's sign off. Go ahead,
game.
Shane.
Yep,
So,
that's his last game.
Duke's in that one.
They're great. The Tiger
man.
Sun Bowl is Arizona State and Duke at 2 p.m.
Yep, Duke's
And
the first ever conference champion the Sun Bowl's ever had.
Devils
versus Devils.
Sun Devils versus Blue Devils.
First ever time that they've had a conference champion at the Sun Bowl.
Devil of a game.
It is. And Mensah's coming back for another year.
Hell of a matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, Mensah's coming back. Their quarterback.
That's
so
hell of a matchup.
Literally and figuratively.
Yep. So that's a 2 p.m. The game that I'm actually interested in, Michigan and Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And the Cheez-Its, you can't spell citrus without UT Bowl.
I like it.
Texas is in it now.
How many thirst traps are going to be there? Did Sharon get some OnlyFans girls tickets?
I will go with the thirst traps here in a second. Let me finish this real quick.
Okay.
That Michigan-Texas game for the Citrus Bowl will be good. You've got the
SRS.
What time is that?
I don't even know what the hell SRS.
I think that's 1 o'clock.
Las Vegas Bowl is Nebraska and Utah at 3:30.
That should actually be entertaining.
So that is your New Year's Eve games.
All right, now two-pair, real quick. Keep a train of thought, Shane. There's a perfect example. The Las Vegas Bowl was an ass bowl game years ago that was played before Christmas. Okay, now because of where the stadium and it's Las Vegas, it got moved to the front of the pack.
Well, that's like you remember like the Alamo Bowl was either the Big 10 versus the Big
12.
Bowl.
Yeah, and it was right there in San Antonio. Yeah, the Alamo Bowl.
Like I remember one of the best Alamo Bowl games I saw was Purdue when they had Drew Brees and Kansas.
Yeah,
that was a great game. Michael Bishop. Yeah,
great team. Like the last few Alamo Bowls, I can't even tell you who played in them.
Yeah.
Or even do they still even do the Texas Bowl?
Yep, that's LSU in Houston.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
LSU is a regular occupant of the Texas Bowl. This is their third trip in the last 4 years to the Texas Bowl.
Jesus.
Okay, so
go ahead,
you said thirst trap a minute ago.
Say it.
He made it to college.
Okay, so we talked about the cameraman at the Miami Texas A&M game.
Oh yeah, Carson Beck's new girlfriend.
No. Finding a Bella Danger in a white t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
But that's Carson Beck's new girlfriend, by the way. They're dating. She's a student at the U.
Speaking of girlfriends, did you see Cooper DeJean? He's dating Nikki Bella.
Yeah, she's 20 years older than him.
20 years older. That's stepping up in class. The man's a world champion football player, and he's dating a wrestler. That's awesome.
If Carson Beck is banging a Bella Danger, one, dude, you're like number 1,001 at this point. But props to you, bro.
Hey, the dude's got a Porsche. The dude's got that Porsche he got in Georgia.
He goes from one of the Cavender twins now to a Bella Danger. I mean, what's he packing, man?
She got more money than him, and she ain't got NIL.
I mean, Carson Beck.
That Cooper.
Hey, remember how critical I was of Carson Beck? And I was like, Cam Ward, man, he was on the sideline studying, and I said, what do they do with that damn thing on the sideline? Have they got Pornhub.com on or something? That's what I asked.
They got something. Bella Danger. That's stepping your game, man.
Yeah, that's big step. Yeah.
But Cooper DeJean, he's got Nikki Bella. He's dating a MILF, and he got bank. She's got her own money. He got damn.
She still looks fine as hell, man.
Tell me about it.
Amazing, dude. Oh my god.
He got a Bella twin.
He got a Bella twin.
The enhanced one.
The enhanced one. So
the enhanced one.
Okay. But what's better? A female wrestler or a well-known porn star?
Both. If they both look like that, both.
Man, I saw Trish Stratus, dude. I am still in love with Trish Stratus, dude. Trish Stratus, like they showed her at John Cena's last match, by the way, And oh my God, she still looked fine as hell.
Oh, tell me about. She just turned 50. She just turned 50, man.
Still cold. Still cold.
Oh man.
Turned 50.
I remember seeing her at a. They were at the Coliseum. They were at the Civic Coliseum.
Oh.
So it's like one of those like random like Saturday shows.
Yeah, house shows, the old house shows.
Yeah.
And I was right there by the main aisle coming down, and she had some tight ass leather pants, man.
Oh, she was amazing.
Oh.
Stratisfaction, man.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah.
TNA, but I ain't talking about the tag team. I ain't talking about Tess and Albert.
Nobody cared about that. They were there to see Stacy Keibler, so that's it. So I mean, shoot.
The only TNA that wasn't tested Albert, baby.
Oh, by the way, real quick, just a quick off topic, man. Did anybody else cut onions for Cena's last match, man? Because I sure did. I was.
I felt bad. I didn't cut as many onions, but I did feel.
Yeah.
There was. Man, I still can't believe he tapped. They had him tap out.
But the
Cody Rhodes said that like when he stayed afterwards, like that dude was balling. Like he was like, hurt. It's like he lost his best friend.
This what I don't get. You sold millions of shirts that say never give up.
Okay, but
never give up. Right?
If you're actually retiring from wrestling, you go out on your back to move up the next guy.
Yeah,
the smile he had on his face. I think that's what crushed me. Because granted, like I was an adult. I was 18 when he started.
Yeah, like
because that was 2000. He started in 2002. I was 18.
Yeah, you moved on from like that.
But like, when you go out, like you're done. Like you go out on your back. That's just the way it is. And he went out on his own terms. And man, like from 17, 18-year-old me to 41-year-old me, like that was just like, if The Rock had done it the right way, I would have been just as emotional.
Agreed.
Because like The Rock was like man, like that was my dude. Like I like Stone Cold, but The Rock was my dude. Like he had that cockiness.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that was that either you were Rock or you were Stone Cold or whatever, but
Triple H.
Or you were Triple H, I mean, I rolled with Taker.
It was at 3 in our era.
It was at 3.
You either were Rock, you either were Stone Cold, you either were Triple H.
Yep.
It was just.
It was one of those 3.
If you look back at it now, like The Rock had his prime, Triple H had his prime, but Cena carried the WWE forever.
Yeah. Well, and you know what the problem was? It was because Brock Lesnar, they invested a lot, and he gave them this. Now he's still in phenomenal shape, but it's because everything else failed for him. NFL, the UFC with the diverticulitis, even though he was champion, but still, like, I mean, shoot. But go ahead, Two Bear. Yeah.
It's like you look at what Cena did for the company, though. Like Cena, he kind of replaced that era of what Vince loved. Those type of action figure body type guys that could go on into Hollywood. The one that just passed in Hogan. He kind of gave you that ability though.
Yeah.
When you really look at Cena in totality, like he's one of the few wrestlers that is so over that it's cool to either boo him or it's cool to even like him.
I'm a little older than you guys, and my era was with Hogan, of course, but also Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors. Ric Flair was another guy. You could either boo him or cheer him, and it didn't matter.
Correct.
Yeah,
he'll put on a show.
Okay, so here's my one gripe. when it comes to Cena. Honestly, he was a face, but he did the Marine movie and everything. Who's the most current WWE superstar who is actually attempting to be a Marine? No, I'll give him his credit. He earned the title because you had to complete boot camp and make it to the fleet.
Wasn't Orton? Orton was discharged.
Randy Orton. Randy Orton. Yeah, he was discharged as a Marine.
Yeah, he went AWOL because it wasn't for him. Once he got to the fleet, he couldn't adapt. And giving his MOS, which is military occupation specialty, he didn't like the hazing. And he went AWOL.
And yet he's shitting Diva's purses over the years and got suspended for it. I mean, this is a real.
Okay. We aren't that bad with our hazing shit, but
that's what I'm saying. Like you picked on Divas, but you couldn't handle the hazing in the Marines. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if I'm going that route, like I get, they wanted the money, the name. You're gonna watch him. He had the high and tight haircut. But don't you go with the guy that literally earned the fucking title?
Yeah. I wonder if
you would think so.
And you know what the problem was? I think because Cena was Cena did business. Cena never got in trouble. If you think about this, Orton had drug abuse, had a little bit of drug abuse. He was hazing the Divas. I mean, he had 2 Divas literally quit because he crapped in their purses. I mean, and he was like, well, my dad and all those guys did it. Why can't I? Like, that's what his excuse was, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're right though. In theory, I think that Randy Orton was his own worst enemy. Now he's mature. He's a dad. He's all this stuff. But man, apparently Pat Patterson said he was a pain in the ass back in the day.
Me before I became a dad, y'all know me from high school, but from July of 2003 to March of 2005. That's when I got married. I was wild as fuck.
Fair.
Parties down in Wilmington. Fucking parties down over in Pacific Beach. Like, I wild out. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it was. But then I became a dad. My whole mindset changed. I got daughters. And I changed. My whole mindset changed. I've got to be the guy that my kids look up to, and my kids don't know about the stuff I was out doing during that time. Well, no, boot camp can't do shit. Weapons training I couldn't do shit. But from October of 2004 to March 11, 2005, because that's when I got married, I wild the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you want to know something real quick before we go back to football? I just want to finish up with wrestling. I think another thing that really was that really had Cena carry it is that they kept trying to find other people to be the next person, and they could never really find it because Brock walked away. And Batista was 10 years too old. I mean, Batista had a great run. I think if Batista was more in the age range of Lesnar and Orton and Cena, because they were all around that same age, I think Batista would have been there. And now Batista doesn't even look like what he used to look like because he was getting passed up on roles. He's actually a very good actor. And credit to Dave, and
he's not a bad actor at all.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick. You want to know something about Batista that was really funny? Batista was like the real life Dalton in Roadhouse or whatever. He was like the best bouncer in the DC area or something like that before he got the tryout at WWE. That's a true story. And Tyson Tomko,
he's from DC. Yeah.
And Tyson Tomko was like another rival of his who didn't really make it in WWE, but Tyson Tomko was another famous bouncer in that area. And they kind of had a rivalry. Little story there. Go ahead, Shane, though. So, yeah.
Oh, what was I going with that one? Shit. Lost train of thought.
Sorry, my bad on that one.
No, you're good.
Yeah. But yeah, Batista was the Dalton from Roadhouse.
Now remember, who becomes the next Cena? You don't have that fresh, young, new talent.
you've got a bunch of heels that are big guys. Like, I think Drew McIntyre is a great heel. I really do. I like this thing that he's doing. CM Punk is a face right now. I think the thing that's been the problem is Rollins keeps getting hurt. That's Rollins' body is failing him. If anything, Rollins is a great heel, but
Cena's what, 48, 47, 48?
Yeah, 40. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried with Roman, but Roman was a better heel than he was a face, honestly. So they tried to shove Roman.
But now he just kind of floats that line.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but who do you get now that's young, can step in and literally give the line ruthless aggression and fills those shoes?
That's a good question.
It's not Gunter.
No.
Is it Dom?
It's kind of funny because Dom, like I said for a while now, man, he has carried the E. Like, I mean, him and Liv, that storyline, I mean, they're still fire together, honestly. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I think there's a major changes probably coming that way.
Yeah, well, I think so too, and I think it's run its course. But the fact that if you would have given me 20 names, I would have never said Dominic Mysterio would own it the way he has.
I never would have said it either.
Do you ever think that there is a reconciliation between him and Ray?
Not on camera, obviously.
Not on camera.
We know that they love each other and all that in real life.
Yeah.
We know that shit. He just plays it up. Like there's no way like you hate your dad that much and he's at your fucking.
And it was actually Ray's idea for Dom to turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Ray knows the business, so for sure. So.
And Dom has literally been around the business his whole life.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's kind of like between you and me. Yeah, that's a great question, I mean, like I think Dom would only make the turn if it made sense, and so forth like that. Like, he's just tired of being the bad guy and wants to honor his father, and so you have to do it right. But
I think the way it plays out is something happens, and Ray comes to save him.
Yeah,
that's the only way you change the narrative in there.
Yeah,
you don't let Ray retire without his son in his corner.
Yeah, without emergency.
Yeah, this is true. So yeah, this is true. So well, but I want to just talk a little more football real quick in regards to what was to finalize the matchups. I mean, Miami did what they needed to do. Is there a game of the four, and we'll break it down more and make predictions next week. But let me ask you this, Two-Pair. You mentioned how good Indiana was in Indianapolis. Now this narrative shifts to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. And you've got an Alabama team that is a dangerous Alabama team. And here's why I say they're dangerous. They're not predictable. You don't know which Alabama you're going to get. And so I guess my question to you, Two-Pair, is Cignati's a hell of a coach. Man. But I'm going to just say this. If Alabama's physicality starts to really get in on it, do we have a Rose Bowl part 2 like last year where the number 1 seed gets run off the building by dare I say it, the 8 or 9 seed?
No, it definitely could happen just because of what that.
I mean, it's Alabama. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just the way Alabama has played recently. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they go into a hostile environment like Oklahoma, and at first you kind of thought that Oklahoma was going to run away with it. If you were watching, but Alabama just showed that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. But just the way Mendoza has played, and with them being undefeated, they're going to be a hard team to beat out there in Pasadena. But I feel like if there's a team to do it, Alabama could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And look what the reward is. They can get to another home game virtually by going back to Atlanta for the semifinals.
Yep.
Is it that crazy to think that you could have a Miami Alabama matchup in the for the national championship? Could it happen?
I would I'd pay to see it.
Miami versus Alabama. So
but
yeah.
but you know what? Like that would be that ties into the nostalgic of what I think this CFP stuff is, man. It's like you want to pay to see the Alabamas in Miami if it so happens in a scenario.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yep. Shane, let me ask you this. The narrative that's already kind of started, do you think obviously this Fiesta Bowl is going to be talked about where nobody on either team was even born when that game happened, but obviously the players from those teams are going to talk about it, and the fans that live the heartbreak and those that rejoice. But I guess my question to you is this: is there a possibility that there could be some shenanigans where the refs maybe want in Ohio State because they are the more popular brand to move on? Like, could you see something like that happening? Because I'm not insinuating anything. These are just things that I'm noticing being talked about in the chat. I mean, do they risk this, or do they let this game go down the middle?
What crew has that game?
It's ironic that you bring that up because I'm still trying to get clarification on it. When the original
I think it's an SEC.
It's now SEC, but originally it was the ACC that had the Cotton Bowl. But I think they had to move that to the Sugar Bowl. So the ACC crew that was deemed for the Cotton Bowl is going to the Sugar Bowl. Now, let me just tell you this. It's that Italian asshole guy from the ACC that throws all those flags. And you could have a very ugly Ole Miss Georgia game because the ACC just does not know how to officiate, guys. I'm telling you, and they could ruin a potential great matchup between Ole Miss and Georgia. I'm just saying. But
I actually think also too the fact that an ACC crew is doing that game may be more beneficial to Ole Miss.
It will be because Georgia will be.
Because I found out SEC crews can get intimidated by Kirby Smart.
Yeah,
you throw an ACC crew in there. Yeah. They're not going to be intimidated by anybody.
They'll throw flags on Georgia
just for the hell of it.
If Georgia does any stupid personal foul shit, they'll throw it. But go ahead, Shane. Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm trying.
They'll throw a flag.
That's last year's shit. I'm trying to find.
I cannot believe that the ACC is doing that game. Holy shit! I mean,
the Big 12 has got Alabama and Indiana, and the Big 10 is doing Oregon and Texas Tech. No, hold on a second. The AAC officials are doing Oregon and Texas Tech.
Oh my God! So wow.
Okay, so it's the SEC crew for this one, I think. Oh, all right. So if it's the SEC crew,
they called it fair for Miami when they played the Gators. That was an SEC crew. They called
that was an SEC crew.
The only call I had a problem with was when they robbed the kid of the touchdown or whatever because they thought he was down or his forward progress had stopped and he never got. That was, and even the SEC ref even said afterwards to Mario, "My bad on that one." So he apologized for it. But other than that, I thought the SEC refs called a fair game for Miami when we played the Gators. So yeah,
I think it's the SEC crew from looking at. Oh, give me Miami.
Yeah,
I think the hatred for Ohio State
from the SEC, really.
Yeah.
So okay. God, that would be ironic. Two-Pair, you brought that up, man. If you think about that night in Tempe, everybody didn't give Ohio State a chance that night. Miami was the 8.5-point favorite, and I think it was somewhere between 8 and 10 points. And, Miami had two Heisman Trophy finalists in McGahee and Dorsey. They were riding the 34-game winning streak. Was it going to be 3 straight, or was it going to be back-to-back? Or, they didn't win in 2000, but a lot of people thought maybe they were the best team that year that didn't get in because of the computers. But that being said, you had 34-game winning streak. You had all that. And then Miami couldn't have picked a worse game to have the 5 turnovers. McGahee has the most horrific injury I've seen in a game.
Yep.
And basically all that being said, they still almost win in overtime before that flag is thrown. And realistically, before the flag is thrown, I mean, Kerry, Two-Pair, Shane, there's fireworks going off. Sean Taylor, God rest his soul. threw his helmet in the air and it shattered into like a bunch of pieces. He wasn't even on the in the game the rest of that series because they were trying to find a new helmet for him, by the way,
They were
because he had
popping
thrown it in the air.
the Tostitos bags were being opened. They were eating tortilla chips.
Yes, and the confetti was already flying. Like nobody even realizes when Ohio State actually won, there wasn't any confetti left because it was already had been shooting out of the cannons or whatever like that. Yeah, the minute that ball hit the ground and so forth when Terry Porter made that call. But I'm just getting at the fact that now the roles are reversed. I mean, it's like, Ohio State's the defending champs. They're I've seen that line anywhere from 8 to 11 since it opened.
They're on
Saturday.
16 game. They were on a 16 game winning streak. They were until Indiana beat them.
You're right. So I guess what I'm getting at is there's some mirror weird images there and so forth. And Miami's crazy enough to win that game, and almost take it back. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I don't know if I'm reaching.
Nah, you're not reaching.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's the
and
playoff.
Remember, nobody gave Ohio State a chance that night. And then of course, some people are saying that, like if you listen to the media pundits, Paul Feinbaum thinks that Miami doesn't even belong on the same field as Ohio State, according to him. So yeah, I mean, I will say this real quick. What does he know is right. I will say this though, guys. If Alabama had gotten blown out by Oklahoma Friday night, I have two questions for you guys. Is Kalen DeBoer Michigan's new coach? And two, what about how bad would the Alabama fans have been on Feinbaum's show Monday afternoon?
Oh, they've been rioting. They'd have been rioting.
I mean, if they had gotten blown out by Oklahoma and lost for the third time, I mean, I'm just saying. So
they only riot when it comes to just.
They just need a reason to do something.
Yeah, you're right.
That's Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question on that one. Who's worse, the old school Alabama fans or the new school ones?
Oh, they're both pretty bad.
Oh, you want to know something? I'm going to go with the new school ones because the one things about the old school ones, they at least had the Bear Bryant and the Gene Stallings. Like, I mean, they know the lore and they've been in it from the beginning. You got these new fans that just kind of jumped on the bandwagon the last 5 or 10 years, and they couldn't tell you shit about the old. At least I could tell you about the 80s Miamis and those teams or whatever like that. Like, I'm a true fan. I could tell you about old school Tennessee in the 90s, man. I could tell you a little bit about the late 80s Tennessee I
tell you about the 70s.
You can tell me about the 70s, so yeah.
Unless you're one of them Alabama fans like Harvey Updike who wants to go down to Auburn and poison the trees at Tuber's Corner, then you go to new school and old school. There's not much difference.
I'm telling you, man.
That dude was an idiot.
He was an idiot. He was.
He calls in like, "Hey, I'm the one who poisoned the fucking tree.
I'm the one that did it." I mean, I'm like, geez, why don't you just walk yourself to prison or whatever, dude? I mean, shoot. So, just a little bit of a change here. Let me ask you this, bud. What's going on with the high school report, brother? You've been calling these games now 20 years. The Running Rebels and Lady Rebels basketball seasons in full swing. And realistically, what I really wanted to bring on is the fact that if you think about it, Maryville and Webb have hired new coaches. I mean, I didn't think that was going to happen, but there's a lot going on in high school football, and we crowned some state champions and basketball's in full swing. I mean, what's going on, brother? Talk to us about the high school report. You got the floor. So
I'll say this: like out of the high school basketball teams right now, Bearden has been the most impressive.
They're all good. They're all good.
Crushing.
They can go at least 10 deep with the way Nordine, Capshaw, Ash Beatty, like
how's Paxton Parrott looking?
I mean, he's doing well coming off the bench. For them.
God, that's how deep they are. He's coming off the bench.
The thing I've always noticed with Coach Parrott, I've known him for years. Coach Drew, Coach Paxton a little bit. He won't start his own kid.
No.
Paxton, he's the little brother. He's got Drew's listed at 5'10". He's probably 5'9", 5'8". He's around my size.
Yeah,
Right.
But we got Justin Ordine playing the same position. That kid was reclassed because he should have graduated last year. I know that for a fact.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because my daughter Audrey was in middle school with him to begin with, and he got reclassified, or might have been elementary school. I can't remember.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. So, but Drew was also reclassed, so Paxton could be as well, because Drew turned 18 right after junior year, but he fell right there in the line where you're still eligible to play. That makes me wonder if Paxton's somebody, because Paxton's 6'1". Oh, he's pushing 200. That kid's a beast.
Yeah. Well, and shout out to Coach Graves too. Paired the Lady Rebels have won more games than they've won the last 3 seasons, or what have you. I mean, so
I feel like he's got the right players that have bought in.
Well, he's got his girls from Bearden now, so
yeah, he's getting a lot of his people, his program, his AAU team, so yeah.
Jemiah Williams has been playing extremely well. Charlie Freeman has been playing well. You're getting a lot of bench depth with Josie Smith and Caroline Smith. They just been playing really well, and the players really shined for them is Scarlett Alvarez, who's a tremendous soccer player for the Lady Rebels. For the guys, they've been kind of up and down.
I mean, they lost a lot. I mean, they lost 10 seniors from last year's team. I mean, it's a rebuilding year. We knew it was going to be a big year, but they got some young guys that are coming up. So yeah.
Kalu Fofana is one of the best guards in Knox County right now. I mean, he's really played like a Kimber Walker type guard. He's been able to get downhill, get to his spots. I'm really loving the way they are in transition, but I really think Coach Eggleston is wanting to see how these guys perform a little bit better in the half court game. I think they had a little trouble with Fulton. Fulton is loaded with talent over there. Like I think
Jody Wright's always loaded with talent, man.
I mean, look, they lost the Kimber twins. It was going to be a transition, but they had guys coming up. They did.
Exactly.
The guys that have stepped up for those guys for Fulton, Albie Harris, who is Albert Harris's son.
Oh, that makes sense.
Back in the day. Got him Nick Steen, who is just been giving people fits down low in the paint. And Chaz Wood, I think Ricky Wood's son, former player. Like they just got a load.
That sounds familiar too, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the next generation right here. So shoot.
And like high school basketball, right now, it's really Beard and Show right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's really their show. Just the way they've looked. They've got the deepest team. I think
Maryville looks like they got a good team. They beat Alcoa in their first meeting, which was kind of shocking to me because usually Alcoa has been winning that. Maryville beat Alcoa. I saw in basketball last week or something, 2 weeks ago.
I knew with Alcoa not having Condis Cherry this year with the foot injury that he suffered in football. I thought.
Well, that makes sense then, because it's probably just the Jameer Dean show right now. I mean, that's all.
He's tough. He's really tough. I've really liked. I've been a Jameer Dean fan for a while. Like and the family comes from. They've always been great players out there in Alcoa.
Hey, funny enough, Two-Pair, we knew he was going to be a problem when we first did this show, and that first game was Alcoa against West, remember? And he was a problem. I mean, it wasn't just our buddy that went to Penn State and transferred, but he was the freshman. I'm like, this kid's going to be a problem now with Alcoa. He's going to be the next one. So, yeah.
Which Javin Carter is playing for our guy Josh Bone down there in MTSU.
Okay.
Playing very well.
He's an amazing player. I loved watching him. Even though he didn't play for West, I just loved watching him. And, up until poor Reese got hurt, him and Reese were going back and forth in that game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reese Clark. I hope that young man's knee's finally good, and he can show his talent somewhere.
University right now, so he's getting some burn up there. As far as for Pellissippi State goes, it is the girls basketball team has been playing very well. The guys, I don't know. Like, I don't think we've won. I don't think we've probably won in a month. It is.
Oh wow.
I think we're 2-12 right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's just it's really different from last year, and it's say that because there's more talent on this team, but it was a more togetherness with the team, with the original guys that came in. And it's one thing like in junior college, and you see it's guys are trying to get out, guys are trying to do them. It's not. It's been a very down year because I don't feel like the guys have realized what the other guys realized last year. Like, you're the first inaugural team in the school's history. So that was a little bit more important last year than it is in this second year. It's like we've always had a basketball team, and it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, when does the Bearden Middle School boys play? Because I'd love to see the prodigal son and them play before their season ends. I'd like to catch a game there at Bearden Middle School.
I have not gotten to see Bearden play this year, and it's kind of sad because I
need to reach out to Tinian. Because she shows on her Facebook, and I'm like, I need to reach out to her. So.
I saw pictures the other night of Bearden in West Valley.
I am supposed to do the Vine Middle game January 8th.
Okay.
So that'd be like my first. Well, no, that'd be like my second or third middle school game. I got to see Carnes and Powell play, which is crazy.
I've got a bunch of boys on the Carnes team.
Yeah, what's crazy enough about the Carnes Powell is these are most of my kids from the fall league.
Okay.
Okay.
Which kids you got from the fall? Which Carnes kids you got from the fall league?
What's that?
You got any Carnes kids from the fall league?
Yeah, man. I had a bunch actually. Mostly all of Corn's basketball team played in the fall league that we had over there at B Mays Elite, and
I got 4 of my boys on the varsity team.
Okay, yeah.
Hudson Owens.
Okay.
Hey Keegan, what's Jack's last name? Jack Ewing.
Yep.
Who else on the team? Who else on the team, son? Well, that's my kid real quick.
They got a talented group though. That Carnes group.
Lenny Moon or Lennox Moon.
Okay.
Lennox Bravo Moon, excuse me.
Yeah, those kids, that Carnes group, they play so well together, man. Like they get after it. They're well coached. I really like that group. I feel like if they can stay together and they keep playing competitive ball, my problem with them is whenever they get down, they just have problems when it's an insurmountable lead. They have trouble of getting back in the pace and playing through it, because during the fall league, that was the one knock on them, and that's why they didn't win the championship. Is they had trouble. If they got down, then they were.
Yeah, I had the same issue with us in football, because like that group, it's like they're competitive as shit.
Very, very competitive.
But it's like we couldn't battle the adversity. Sometimes we could, but I mean they're talented. I mean those boys. I mean I love those boys, but it's that mindset. Like you gotta be able to flip that switch from like, okay, like I gotta get in kill mode, compared to just like, all right, like, well, here we are. I'm gonna do my thing, but that's the talented. They got a talented group. It just depends on if they all stick together.
Wow.
You know, I real quick, I did want to say something real quick about football. I wanted to get back to basketball, but I did want to say something about. I was shocked that Maryville, Derek Hunt stepped down. There, they had Lamar Brown on staff. I thought that he was going to be the next head coach of Maryville.
Shit,
they went a different
direction. I heard
direction.
Jason Witten was coming.
Yeah, I mean, and then
crazy. I thought
that was shocking.
I thought Lamar was.
Who did they hire?
I said it. I had the name. I sent it to Shane.
I saw it. I can't remember.
I can't remember it either. Let me see here real quick. Hold on.
I really thought that Lamar was going to be a shoe-in for the Maryville.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I thought so as well. So, but yeah, I mean,
that means he gets a job somewhere else.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
Kenny Cobble.
Yeah, I heard they brought in Jason Witten for an interview.
Yeah, they did. Well, and then the other thing too is their former coach just got hired by Webb. And
George Quarles.
They went all in.
Woo! So I mean,
when you hire a guy that caliber and what he's done for high school football in Tennessee, they went all in. Like that was a huge hire.
Yeah, and he can recruit legally.
He can recruit
with the private school rules and so forth like that. So yeah.
Webb will be on top somewhere in the next couple of years.
And you see, they're in the second league. They're not in the big boy league like Catholic and Baylor and McCallie. They're in the second one.
So here's the thing: is literally Webb went from one college coach to another, because it was Mahoney was a former.
And something just didn't fit there. Something just didn't fit there.
Something didn't fit with him.
I don't know why. I mean,
because it was Don Mahoney. Because I coached his son Dom in football. Dom was a hell of a tight end.
Yeah, he was.
Because he played for me, but then once he got to high school, he just focused on basketball. And it's just weird that like the football gene just didn't go over to him. Like, man, the kid was good, but maybe he just wanted to get outside outside his dad's shadow. But you go from a guy like. Oh, who's Heritage got right now? Osavet.
Yeah.
I mean, same circumstance. Like you took a former Tennessee assistant coach and made him a high school coach, and Heritage is doing decent. You can't say they're doing better than they used to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But Don had all the money he wanted to get kids at Webb.
Mm-hmm.
I had a buddy whose son was playing at Webb. That played for me at Bearden till he came down with I can't remember what he's got, but in his football career. But I mean, Webb had a talented team under him. It's just I think the schedule got too rough for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I also wanted to give a
hire though. That was a
it was a huge hire, and it's going to be interesting to see how quick Webb. And I think a lot of people. I think Quarles was never going to go back to Maryville. It's not the same Maryville he left it at.
Exactly.
And so forth. So, I do want to give a shout out to some of our West football players for making the all-region team. Nalaja Dickey, Sam Lavelle, Messiah Wren, Abel Ancelot, Ethan Fortner, DeAndre Brinson, and Oliver Schmill all made all regions. So congratulations to them. Cannon Dowd was all academic, and I wanted to give him a shout out. And then
he was running back of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get to him. All region co-defensive lineman was Jeremiah Caswell. He was a baller this year. Phenomenal. All region tight end H-back, our guy, big country Morgan Farrell. Want to give him a shout out.
There you
and
go.
Then of course our all region running back Raheem Lee. So I love that
There
guy.
you go.
So, yeah,
and he's only a junior, right?
Yeah. Actually, he was just a sophomore. He was just a sophomore. So yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
then my number 45, my guy, and he just added me, following me on IG. Thanks, buddy. Davis Neely, 258 All Region outside linebacker. So shout out to Davis. He's a senior leaving us. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
That group though, man, like that was a hard for some of those guys in that senior class.
Yeah.
You know, to be on 2 state championship teams and just the way to end it, like
Yeah.
Like,
and that's seniors. If you think about it, not only 2 state championship teams, they were region champs for 3 years as well. So to come in and finish 4th, and and everything that happened, I mean, they put together a hell of a season. I was proud of them, and I'll tell you this. I mean, realistically, I don't know what Sevier County was doing in that state championship game. I thought they were a shoo-in to go back-to-back. Shout out to Paige for finally getting that monkey off their back.
Paige finally got it.
Paige outplayed him.
Paige outplayed him.
They outplayed him.
But realistically, West gave
him
a game. West gave Sevier County a good game, though.
It was due time to pay. Like, you got to think about the heartbreaks they had against West.
Yep.
Like,
once against West, once against Sevier County last year.
Yeah.
Realistically, the only game that Paige really struggled in, was our 22 team that was just phenomenal, that blew them off the field or whatever.
Our 22 team was just off the chain.
22 was awesome. So
I feel like that 22 team compared to the OGs, that might have been one of the best high school football teams I've ever seen. Like,
22 team has to go down as one of the best high school teams in this area of all time.
Oh yeah, I mean, guys, they, like, a lot of people don't realize this. They finished in the top 100 of all high schools in the country. And you think about like the usual players like the Martyr Day and the Bishop Gormans and all those. They're always going to be in the top 10. That 22 team was like 92nd in the entire country,
nation,
public and private. That is phenomenal if you think about it.
And then like the 23 team was just a resilient team.
Oh, I love that 23
just
team.
Resilient team. Like like they always found a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that when we first started covering the football team, like that was the difference in those West teams. Like this year, we've never had a year of so many distractions.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? With the scandal that comes out, the firings, you're doing all of this during summer ball.
Mm-hmm.
This,
and after you had a great spring, you had a wonderful spring, and
spring, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and just felt like I just remember the Catholic scrimmage was the tell of how the season was going to go.
Oh yeah. No, it was there were some definitely some difference.
Struggle against teams this year.
Yeah, they did. They did. So, yeah. Hey, but you know what? I'll tell you this. I got to give it to Halls, though. Shout out to them. They got out of the Catholic game and made it all the way to the semifinals, and Sevier County showed them the door. So shout out to you, Halls. So
because door hit you on the way out.
I'm telling you, and I would have if I was a betting man, I would have thought Sevier County was gonna be hoisting up that gold ball. It would have.
Yeah, and that guy's going to be back for his senior year this year. That quarterback again, so he'll be a senior next year. Yeah, he was only a junior this year.
He was only a junior. That's right.
Yeah, he'll be back next year, and they got a lot of guys going to be coming back. And sometimes it's going to be interesting to see, are they going to be like 2 out of 3 or whatever? And what does West bring to the table? Can I tell you this right now? Looking ahead to next season, Powell's got to replace a quarterback. Halls has got to replace all those seniors. They had gone all in with Lethgo in that group or whatever. I'm going to tell you a team.
The Heupel show or Counting Dowd next year?
I don't know. Actually, Kenan Dowd's a senior, so it's going to be either Harrison or
Heupel.
Heupel or Harrison, probably, because they were Harrison was
quarterback next year. Right?
Harrison's going to be a senior next year, so yeah, Jack's going to be
So it's going to be Heupel and Harrison.
Yeah. Yep. And then here's the other thing too. But I'm going to tell you a team right now that looks like they're going to be primed, that they'll be the first place team, and it's all there for them, is our guy Kevin Lane and the Central Bobcats over there.
Yep.
They're bringing back a Mr. Football. They're bringing back a big line.
They'll
be good. They're going to be good. They're going to be a problem next year. So yeah.
I love what Kevin Lane's doing out there.
We knew somebody was going to finally make that, and he's at home doing a great job. So shout out to Kevin Lane, man.
I got to give a shout out to my boy Q's over on that Central stuff.
Yeah.
They got a great staff, and look at what they had to face.
Do.
I mean, they lost somebody that on their staff that died right off the beginning of
the beginning of the year.
My God, that was horrible. So I felt so bad for him. So yeah.
Shane Delaney.
Yeah, Shane Delaney.
Yep, Shane Delaney.
In peace.
Yeah, I play high school basketball against Shane.
Yeah.
Ironically, I talked about I dated Tamara before I met my ex-wife. She dated Shane before she dated me.
Interesting. So another little bit of a tidbit there. So yeah. Well, let me ask you this, guys.
Yeah.
Real quick. It is Christmas time and so forth, and I wanted to have a little fun with this segment real quick before we get to Kerry's big games and they stink and close it out. But real quick, and I want to know who's on your naughty and who's on your nice list. And also, I want you to tell me what your favorite Christmas movie and Christmas song is. I'd like to really everybody share. And if the chat box is still with us, I'd love for them to chime in. So two pair, who's on your naughty and nice list, number one. And number two, what I wanted to know is what's your favorite Christmas song / Christmas movie? What's your go-to and so forth, honestly?
So my nice list is gotta be what the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, one of the Ursay ladies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I ain't gonna lie, have you seen the gear that she wears, like with the headset and everything? Like she's
cool.
She is cool.
She's cool.
Yeah,
she's learning the game. I love the fact that she's learning the game
I
from
love
the
that
field
she's got
level.
that little notepad and she's writing down everything every game.
Yep, I love it.
Yeah, she definitely is on my nice list. My naughty list has got to be Michigan. Jesus. Like, man.
Woo!
Auntie, you man. Like, and then you start finding out the other stuff about the assistant coaches and the head coach while they're doing this. Also on the naughty list is I'm gonna put LSU up there.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to pay Brian Kelly a ridiculous amount.
Yep.
And you're paying Lane Kiffin a ridiculous amount. I'm just saying, if Ole Miss wins the CFP, does Lane Kiffin still get? Does he deserve to get a ring?
He does not. The AD Keith Carter has already said no. He will not get a ring.
No, he should not.
Because he left. Because he left them.
Yeah. So that's that list. My favorite Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. Friday After Next is one of the best.
Friday After Next is amazing, dude. I love that. So yeah, I love that movie.
Friday
Pin down.
I'm also
no, Damon. No,
Damon. No.
I'm also gonna say this is a Christmas movie. I think Trading Places is one of the
Yes, that's the greatest Christmas movie all time. That's my jam. That's my jam.
Old JLC showed the girls for the first time. Everybody was wanting to know and everything like
That's
that.
my jam.
Yeah,
the beginning of Eddie Murphy, man. Eddie Murphy's rise to stardom. That's the great Christmas movie.
Those two are my favorite Christmas movies. Now, my favorite Christmas song, anything by Boys to Men, man. I like that album. I'm gonna say "Let It Snow" is probably my favorite Christmas song.
I like that.
I like that.
So
it's great.
I like that.
Great list. I like that. No, that's a perfect list. All right, Shane, you got some. That's gonna be a little hard. I mean, well, all right. So go with your naughty or nice list, and then favorite Christmas movie, and then song. So
okay. Okay. So we'll start with my nice list. Give me Mendoza, our Heisman winner.
Yep.
The things he said in his acceptance speech are what I would preach to my football players.
Yeah.
I literally sent the speech to my son.
Yeah.
My naughty list. Give me Diego Pavia's mama. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Me and her got to be around the same age. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Shane, double smash through the couch.
hey. You remember the Bobby Valentino song "Beep"?
Yeah.
Beep. Okay. My favorite Christmas movie. Throwback. I'm talking black and white. I watch this movie every year. It is my favorite movie. I relate to it with the way my life is gone. It is what? Oh shit! I'm drawing a blank.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time because it's all it's a man who life kicked him in the fucking ass,
and he was so unselfish. He gave it up for everybody else.
Yeah,
and
it's like, oh, I wish I was never born. And you see what life became without him around.
Yep.
And I've gone through some dark days, and I relate to that movie in so many ways. I watch it every year, multiple times. It is my favorite movie ever.
You talk about chopped onions when, like, at the end when Clarence gets his wings or whatever like that. Like, I just like, or especially when the telegram comes in and it's like I mean, he literally took the girl that the guy was dating or whatever and married her, and yet he comes to his rescue at the end and wires him a bunch of money or whatever like that.
That is my favorite movie. I will given my Christmas this year ain't gonna be what it is. I'm kind of shunning holidays, but I will still watch that movie tomorrow when I get off work.
Yep.
Going into midnight.
Yep.
That's my movie. That is my movie. Tradition. And if you want to get on the lighter heart of it, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that was my mom's. That was my mom's favorite movie.
Today, as we're clocking out of work, a lot of us took a short day out and worked 8 hours today. We were all at the time at the little time clock punching out today. It's like Merry Christmas, and me and a couple other guys like, Merry Christmas, you're an asshole, get her, kiss his ass, kiss his ass, kiss your ass.
Did you have anybody that you said Happy Hanukkah to at the end or whatever?
I don't know if anybody's Jewish.
That's funny as hell. So,
that's my other one. Just because it's hilarious, and all I'm gonna say, I'm the jolliest asshole you'll ever meet. Because that's always my New Year's resolution. Favorite Christmas song? Oh, I gotta go with BT. Let It Snow, Boys to Men, man. That's tight. Classic.
That's tight. So
R&B that's my go-to music. And if you see my TikTok, it's always 90s R&B. So yeah, gotta get me Boys to Men on that one.
All right, Kerry. Another good list, man. Damn, this is hard, man.
Right.
Shoot. So go ahead.
All right, my nice list. I'm going to say the reigning MVP of the NFL, Josh Allen. His speech at the NFL Honors Award when he won the award was fantastic. It's what you would say, like Shane said, what Mendoza would say to your young son playing football. Josh Allen's speech would be double that, what you say to your young, to work hard, to come from basically being a no star to the MVP. He had no stars in college. Wasn't recruited. Sent out 150 letters. Nobody talked to him. Went to junior college. Sent out another 150 letters. The only school that listened to him was Wyoming. He just got his jersey retired up in Wyoming a month ago. And he went from nothing to probably one of the best players in the NFL, probably going to be a Hall of Famer when his career is all said and done.
No, definitely. Hall of Famer.
The naughty list, easy to go with Sharon, but I'm going to go a step further. Mike Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals, you freaking cheapskate. The world's biggest cheapskate in the history of life is Mike Brown. He wouldn't even pay people to shovel out snow in Paycor Stadium. That is horrible.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of trash. He is a piece of trash. No wonder Joe Burrow wants to get the heck out of there. He wants to be like Carson Palmer. He'll retire and get himself out. What a piece of trash Mike Brown is. Salute. Merry Christmas, you asshole, to Mike Brown. My favorite movie, Trading Places. Greatest Christmas movie ever. Him and Eddie Murphy, the beginning of a superstar. Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
What was lost in the performance was Ralph Bellamy and the other old guy. They were absolutely phenomenal, playing the racist freaking billionaires who lost everything in the way they should have lost everything.
Beautiful.
And my Christmas song, that was beautiful. It's still beautiful to this day. And my favorite Christmas song, I'm a bit old school. I like R&B. Anything Johnny Mathis, man.
Okay.
Anything Johnny Mathis is a lot like Christmas. Great Christmas stuff to me. That's my favorite Christmas song. Anything Johnny Mathis, man.
The only one I got to throw my favorite Christmas song. It's only because of last year during the Carnes Christmas parade. A whole bunch of my players up on the trailer, and we were singing "This Christmas" by Wham.
Yep.
No
That's
music.
another good one.
No music. Just belting it out all the way up and down Oak Ridge Highway. That was just memories for me, but you'll still gotta give me Let It Snow, Boys to Men. But that was a close second.
Yep. And I have my other movie, which was a close second, and I don't care what they say, this is a Christmas movie. The original Die Hard, with Bruce Willis saying "Yippee-ki-yay,
motherfucker!"
Yes,
it's
Bruce Willis, and that was
yep,
and that is a Christmas movie because it happened at Christmas. That's a Christmas movie.
That is a Christmas.
Yeah, it is a Christmas movie.
I turned on Home Alone last night because it was on TV.
Oh man,
hey man, y'all know Keegan. Kerry, you ain't met Keegan yet.
I've seen Keegan.
Is Keegan not Kevin?
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably is.
Yeah. No, he is definitely Kevin. So for sure.
So Keegan
is great too.
Keegan is Kevin McAllister Jr. from Problem Child, and Dennis Smith all in one.
Oh my God, Junior from Problem Child. That's a nobody even talks about them, but that was classic.
Yes, because those two were like my parents were afraid I was going to become them, and then you got little Dennis the Menace somewhere in there too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay, so here's what's bad. I will have to find the photo. It's probably 7-8-year-old me before my hair got thick and grew outwards, and my slightly Irish mixed fro came out. I looked like Junior.
Oh man,
really, Junior? Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. So old
like
Michael Oliver.
Back when I had hair, it was down to here. It came all the way around. Looked just like it, man. I caught a lot of shit back when Problem Child came out.
Yeah.
And then the fro came out and it just went poof.
Yeah. So I got two on the naughty list, by the way, this year. The first naughty has to be Sharon Moore, that Michigan staff. That's too easy.
Yeah.
But the naughty list has to go to this idiot right here on the. I mean,
There you
nobody. This man makes so much money, he doesn't even deserve it. He actually got $3 million for Miami's win. The ACC got $3 million because of Miami winning the other day, and they didn't even deserve 3 hay pennies, which is a half a penny if you're going by English money from back in the day in the Charles Dickens classic. This guy right here,
I got a story about that in a minute.
This guy right here is on my naughty list because this is what's wrong with today. That this smile, this buffoon, this moron, and Jed Clampett from the CFP playoffs. Those two guys make way too much money. Jethro Clampett. I'm telling you, those two guys right here almost ruined college football. And they both should be removed from the positions that they're in right now. They're on my naughty list. As far as my nice list goes, for as much flack as people obviously had problems with Mike Krzyzewski as Coach K at Duke, whether his antics on the sidelines, whatever, working the refs and everything, he did something that really touched my heart a couple of weeks ago. He donated $3 million to impoverished children and families in the Durham area, making sure that no kid went hungry nor their families for the rest of the school year, as well as going into next year. And he touched on it when he spoke, said it was not even, he didn't even hesitate to write the check because he thought back to the days when him and his brother were starving with their father and mother. And obviously he named the cancer thing after the mother, his mother, Emily Krzyzewski. And he just said that I know what that's like, and I don't want these kids to have anything to worry about. They will be fed. That way they can focus on their studies and everything else. So kudos to Mike Krzyzewski for that, honestly. And
Cool.
and that just touched my heart, especially with how much money he has donated in that cancer center, gave my friend Kevin, who would have celebrated his 42nd birthday if he was still with us. He died just short of his 14th when we were kids, my first friend here. And Duke University gave him 2 years to live extra with that bone marrow transplant. So I've always had this connection to Duke because of what they did for my friend Kevin. So I always, just right out there on that. But that's my nice list. Okay.
Your quick little.
Go ahead. Yeah. The hay penny.
The hay penny. So my mama, my great grandmother, worked at J.C. Penney on Gay Street.
Okay.
Where
what is
the bowling
that
alley? Where the bowling
yes,
alley
the
is
bowling
now.
alley is now. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
J.C. Penney himself came into the store to hand out raises.
Oh Lord.
He gave my mama a hay penny raise.
Wow.
My mama's favorite cuss word was shit. She didn't believe it was a cuss word. Like, would come into West Hills back in the day, like, oh shit, like you can't say that because she didn't believe it. Never heard that woman cuss in my life. She told me that she told Mr. Penny himself to go fuck himself.
I would have too. Oh wow, a whole hay penny, sir. Wow. So yeah.
So I mean, this is like she retired from Penny's in the 80s. So she worked there forever. And for her to tell him to go fuck himself, it still kept her job.
Wow.
But I think when he did it was the exact same time frame that my papaw and my great grandmother passed away. They passed away within like a month of each other back in like 81 or 82. So like he did that, and she's like, "You can go fuck yourself."
I don't blame her.
But I've never heard anybody bring up a hay penny since her. So we're talking.
I brought it up.
We're talking. When she told me that story was probably like 95, 96, and she died in 98.
Wow.
Well, God bless her. She deserved more than that. That's how much this guy should get from here on out, because he does not deserve the title of ACC commissioner. He doesn't even deserve the title of garbage disposal for the ACC, honestly. So, my goodness. Okay, Christmas movies. Two pair you took Friday After Next, so I'm going to go another one that's a little raunchy, but I love it. Bad Santa. I'm telling you,
yes.
Billy Bob Thornton, God rest John Ritter and Bernie Maxwell.
Yeah.
They are hilarious in that.
The midget,
yes,
hilarious.
Yes, he's awesome too.
He made the movie.
He did the elf. I mean, he's like an evil elf in that movie, but it's so good. So Bad Santa. And then, Shane, you mentioned It's a Wonderful Life. I have a soft spot for that one. I used to like A Christmas Story when I was younger, but I find it annoying now more than anything. And it's just like I'm going to shoot your eye out if you keep your whining up, honestly, But I do laugh about the kid that comes out like a dang Michelin man and they push him over during the bully fight. That was funny. But
it's after 24 hours tomorrow.
It starts the 24 hours. Yeah. And then Christmas Vacations is a classic. Two others that I really love are Scrooged and Bill Murray, if you've never seen it. And also, oh God, what's that one? Violent Night. If anybody's not seen it, Violent Night with the Santa Claus and John Leguizamo's the bad guy. It came out a couple of years ago. It is phenomenal. It's the new version of Die Hard, by the way. So, but I love Die Hard too. So
I forgot one. This would probably be my 1B. A Christmas Carol, the animated with Jim Carrey.
That one's not bad. That one's not bad. It isn't. That's a good one.
That one is a good one. It's just dark enough to where it's like, oh shit, like it's good, but at the same time, like you get my kids could watch it when they were young, but it's like it kept an adult glued to it also, and it was good with the graphics.
Oh, without a doubt. So yeah. And as far as my favorite Christmas song, you guys already said it. It's Last Christmas by George Michael. That one hits home to me. If It's a Wonderful Life has happened to you, Shane, that song Last Christmas literally is to me, because I was with somebody and I thought that it was a Christmas miracle, and it ended up being a Christmas nightmare, the nightmare before Christmas. And then the next year that song came on. And I just kept waiting to give my heart to somebody, and it eventually happened. But at that time, it was very bleak. But that song really got me through the following Christmas, knowing what I had been through that entire 2005 going into 2006 year, and the months afterwards. So that song I have a soft spot for. And then fun one, Christmas song wise. I just have this soft spot for the Chipmunk song and Rudolph. Like those two are kind of cute songs or whatever. So, but that's just me. So, Kerry, what are your big games this week that we need to be paying attention to?
Well, this is an interesting week, a holiday week. We got Christmas. We got games on Christmas that we thought were going to be big. All three of them are duds. You got the Cowboys and Commanders, dud. Vikings and the Lions, dud. Chiefs and the Broncos, bigger dud. Sunday, Eagles and Bills. Interesting interconference game this late in the season. Sunday night, big game in the NFC. San Francisco hosts Chicago.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to be a good one. That is going to be.
And that could be a possible playoff rematch in a couple of weeks if things work out.
Is the executive assistant to the head coach of Michigan going to be at the Bears game supporting her daddy?
Probably. The game's in San Francisco. The game's in San Francisco, so she might make a nice little trip out there to get away from everything.
Yeah, because her former daddy is now in the Big Pen. So
not the Big Ten, but the Big Pen. But yeah, you got that. That's a huge game because that could be a playoff game 2 weeks or 3 weeks down the road. Who knows? For NFC positioning. But and that's what's going on this weekend. Plus, college basketball getting ready for conference games to start up. The Big Ten and the ACC have already gotten going with conference games. The SEC will start joining after New Year's.
Yeah.
So watch out for college basketball. Hockey is getting ready to go pretty strong, getting ready towards the Olympics coming up right after the Super Bowl.
I saw the first commercial for it on NBC. The Winter Olympics coming in February. So yes, yeah.
And even on a side note, Lindsey Vonn, you remember Lindsey Vonn, the skier, 41?
Oh yes,
she qualified for the Olympic team 2 days ago.
Isn't that Tiger Woods' ex?
Yep.
Yep, Lindsey Vonn.
And she still looks
great. Yes. I love it. Well, is there still NBA basketball on Christmas? Because remember, they used to do a big deal.
We got 5 games on Christmas, including inside the NBA. Charles Barkley and the guys will be on Christmas, which is always entertaining.
They're gonna be working till 12:30.
Yeah,
they are.
That's gonna be entertaining, and they're always entertaining. Always entertaining.
Hey, Charles and Kenny walking out the door at 12:30.
Yep. Hey, Charles Barkley, shout out to him. He did a college basketball game with him and Dick Vitale a couple of weekends ago with the Indiana Kentucky. They did a fantastic job.
They did do a great job, actually.
That was awesome. They did a fantastic job. That was awesome. Both of them doing it together. And Charles pledged $100,000 to Dick Vitale's campaign, and Shaq, not to be outdone, pledged also $100,000 to Dick Vitale's children's charity to help out with
Shaq is just an amazing man.
Shaq and Charles, they're both amazing people, man.
They are. They're giving back. So
Charles did a great job listening to MJ on the advice for his Nike contract back in the day. Because that has paid dividends for him his whole career.
Oh yeah. MJ was a business guy. I mean, MJ was a business
Shaq
guy.
is just amazing.
Yeah. Former cop. I mean,
Shaq does this every year. He picks out a school in Atlanta. He picks out an elementary school in Atlanta that he donates Christmas gifts and everything to. So I'm dying to see Thursday which school he picked to donate his Christmas, because he calls it Shack of Christmas. He gives away toys.
And donate to East Tennessee is what he needs to do.
Well, and I'm going to tell you this: these are honorable men right here. They're on the nice list. So yes, so I'm like donating to thirst traps. But anyway, goodness gracious! All right, guys, let's finish up with They Stink. My favorite segment, 2-pair. Who was your stinkeroo this week, brother?
My stinkeroo this week is gotta be the Kansas City Chiefs losing to the Titans.
Yeah.
Yes.
It even you done lost 2 quarterbacks with torn ACLs.
I mean, the ride's over. I mean,
it's the writing's on the wall.
So all those free agents keep going though. My God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, that was my stinker, is because of who they lost to. You know what I mean? Another stinker for me, the Miami Dolphins losing to the Bengals the way they lost.
It was a disgraceful performance, dude. It really was.
Yeah, that was bad.
Who just flat out, y'all just, you know that the New York football teams are a illustrious 5 and like 25.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's really bad. The only New York team that is worth watching is Buffalo.
Exactly. We're the complete opposite of both of those teams.
Those are thinkers.
Maybe there's a good reason why y'all are in upstate and you're not anywhere near that damn city.
Exactly.
So there you go. So yeah, but anyway.
God. Those are my stinkers, man.
They are that's trash right there. It really is, man. Yeah. So Shane, who's your stinker of the week, by the way?
I got 2. The first one, I'll give it it'll be my second one, because my first one is well deserving of you stink. My number 2 is DK Metcalf for hitting the fan in the stands that was a Lions fan because he called you by your government name.
Mm.
Dude,
Is that what it was
now
really
you got
about?
now you got 2 game suspension. You're out for a while. You're out for the rest of the season.
Yep.
You know better. But my number one, you stink, and God, I'm glad he fucking stinks. Jake Paul.
Oh man,
he got whipped.
That was a good stinker. I should have used that one.
Man, when he saw that right hook coming to his jaw, and he knew he was about to get knocked the fuck out. Look, man, that's the happiest moment I've seen in sports forever. But dude, welcome to a real fight.
Yep.
And he held back until that 6th round. It's like, I'm knocking your fucking ass out. And the smile on his face as he went to lay that punch was fucking amazing.
Loved every
Paul, you fucking stink. Your scripted fights, man. Granted, you made $90 million, man. You give me 15 minutes in a boxing ring with anybody to get that kind of payday. I'm taking.
Yeah, I'd take a broken jaw for $90 million.
Yeah, you could break my jaw.
Yeah, I probably would
break
too.
my jaw in 2 places. You could it could be an MMA fight. You take out both my bad knees from where I got ran over. I'm good with 90 mil. I'm good.
Hey,
but to see him get laid out,
Anthony Joshua,
like he deserved.
It's a dangerous dude.
Tell me about it.
I loved every bit of that, though.
I did too. That was funny.
Well, what is he, like 6'7" or 6? He's a huge
6'8".
dude.
He's 6'8", 340.
God,
6'8", 340.
Man, he's got almost a foot on me and about 80 pounds.
Yeah.
340?
Yeah, he's somewhere in that 340 range, man. He big.
I feel like I could throw a good punch. Like I rep 300 on my incline, and my max bench is over 400. I feel like I could throw a good punch.
Hey, back in my day, it was Tyson, and everybody asking, would you get knocked out by Mike Tyson? Yeah, if there's $90 million coming with it afterward, yeah, Mike can hit me all he wants, as long as I got a check coming to my house with 7 zeros in it.
So you're telling me that old Jake Paul can't have ham or turkey tomorrow for Christmas dinner or whatever?
Soup. He'll be eating soup.
He's got that Kanye jaw spitting through the wire jaw right now.
He'll be sucking soup for the next few months.
Yeah,
they said like 6 weeks he's eating through a straw.
It'll feel like 6 months, let me tell you.
That's funny as hell.
I saw an interview with him on TikTok earlier with his brother, and he's just like, yeah, some people get their asses knocked out. I was just laughing my ass off.
He did get his ass knocked. Dude, that was asking for a death wish. He's lucky he wasn't face front being the real Apollo Creed.
Oh man, if the fight had been scripted with Tyson, and we saw where Tyson held back when they did their fight on Netflix, he would have been knocked out then. But Tyson got a great payday out of it, and that's what mattered to Tyson.
Yep, he did.
Yeah. Kerry, who is your stinkeroo this week, by the way?
I got a couple. I got to start out with the Washington Commanders on Saturday.
Oh, my God.
It's one thing you're getting whipped when Saquon Barkley broke 4 tackles and scored on a 30-yard touchdown run. It's another thing you decide to fight when they go for the 2-point conversion. Where was that fight the whole game? They showed more fight during a 2-point conversion in 10 seconds than the other 59 minutes and 50 seconds of a ball game.
You're right.
Think.
And then what about that punch? Like, why didn't anybody did anybody get fined for that? I know
they got fined. There was no suspension. They got ejected from the game, but there were fines.
I saw it too.
What nobody has ever understood, somebody explained to me, if you're going to punch somebody, wait till they take the helmet off. You don't punch somebody with the helmet on.
God, they're so stupid. So
and I got a couple more. My next stinker goes to John Harbaugh with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
Derrick Henry scores a touchdown in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes left. You go up 24-13. How in the world does he not get another carry for 12 minutes in a ball game where you needed to win? How's that possible? He scored a touchdown. He scored 2 touchdowns, ran for 128 yards, and he doesn't get the ball in the last 12 minutes of the game when you needed to win the game? You stink, John Harbaugh. You stink.
Oh, he's awful.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so
and then if that doesn't tie the ribbon, I'm going to mention you, Shane, DK Metcalf. There's one thing you forget. One thing. His little punch to that fan triggered a morals clause in his contract where Pittsburgh could recollect $45 million of his guaranteed money. That is the most expensive punch probably in NFL history because it may cost him $45 million.
And it might go to that fan or whatever who's going to millionaire overnight or whatever like that.
If I'm that fan,
come on, cut me. Remember that one? 2 pair from Friday After Next. Let him through. Cut me.
Let him through.
Okay, so where you talked about,
for 45 million hit me.
And helmets. BT, I'll remember if you were still on the team before you got injured with your hand going into our senior year. So this is spring practice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I broke my wrist spring ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you remember?
It was right before the Farragut brawl.
Okay, so yeah, I'm bringing up the Farragut brawl.
Yeah.
We're doing Oklahoma drills.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the brawl breaks out.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
My little cousin Dustin plays for Farragut.
You didn't hit your cousin, did you?
I took my helmet off and swung it at my cousin.
You pulled an Anthony Cooper from Miami who did that against FIU in that brawl or whatever. That's hilarious. Or Anthony Riddick. Oh my God.
I mean,
I remember that fight, James. That was legendary.
That was BT, a crazy.
Were you there? Were you there?
Crazy afternoon, man.
Were you at least there for that?
I was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember? If you look on the videotape, I have like this huge bag of ice on my wrist, Like they didn't even tell me to go to the doctor. They didn't see.
Yeah, we didn't have a trainer. We had no trainer. My grandfather, I'm pretty sure you could hear him yell at me because he yelled my full government name.
Oh man!
And I've got 4 names.
That's not good.
Well, so there's a video of this that I don't even know about or what have you?
There's a video somewhere because I got props for it later.
Rocky in the chat box real quick. Shout out to my Chicago Bears for their miracle comeback versus the Green Bay Packers, whom will always stink. Yeah,
hey,
you guys.
That was a great finish.
Good job.
That
was a great finish. Shout out to the Bears. So yeah,
I can't remember where my granddad's at.
Great finish.
Rest his soul. He would turn 90 on the 16th.
Oh man.
Yeah, but no, he supported me and my cousin in everything we did.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was my cousin.
Oh wow.
We all started fighting. Like it was just,
man, it was crazy.
It was haymakers. Like
it's elbows and assholes at this point.
Well, okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Farragut got ripped a new one. Coach Cummings is like praising us. Freaking Mr. Roach, the AD/vice principal, doesn't know what to do. Farragut's gonna rip a new one. But I remember when I swung my helmet, because my grandfather knew our numbers. He knew he knew I was 25. He knew my cousin was like 80 something. Because my cousin was like 6'1". I'm 5'9". So you can tell the difference. And Dustin was skinny as shit. I swung that helmet right across the fucking side of him, not knowing what his number was, because he didn't think he was like a freshman or a sophomore. And all I hear is, Shane Michael Dickinson McGee, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Oh man.
My grandfather meets me at my house.
Oh boy.
rips me a new one. My step grandmother, so this is my cousin Dustin's biological grandmother, because my grandfather was at common law with her after my grandmother died in 78. And she's like, Shane, I'm just so disappointed in you. Dustin is hurt. He can't believe you did that. You two were best friends growing up as kids. I'm like, I love my brothers on the football team. I didn't realize it was him. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I
Holy
fucking
crap.
laid into him, and I never heard the end of it. Like, I ran into him at a game years ago when his son was playing against my daughter. And he was like, so you teach your daughter to take her helmet off and hit people in the head? I was like,
Oh, wow.
if she has to.
Oh man.
Man, that but when you talk about taking the helmet off and hitting people or hitting people with the helmet on, like,
let it go, man.
Well, like y'all know how skinny Keegan is.
Yeah.
So I mean, Dustin was just as skinny. Like, luckily his two younger brothers took after the rest of the family and were just big and bulky and put on muscle. Like, shout out to my cousin Austin who played for UT. I can't remember where Chance went, but shit, like, that took me right back to that day on the practice field and just swinging my helmet. I was just like, fuck this shit.
The brawl for all. So
the brawl for all.
Dude, that one was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I touched on it on Stallion Speaks a little bit. So they're more idiots of the week of how bad the ACC was in regards to that 9-game and 8-game schedule. And then, rewarding the darlings of the conference with 8 games. And then, you have to play 2 power conference, but we're still trying to figure out who will be the tiebreaker. And I'm like, you guys are just morons over there. But in terms of they stink, there was nobody worse this weekend than the New York Jets when they played the Saints. I mean, let me just tell you this.
That's horrible.
How anybody can even rep that gear. They have done absolutely nothing. All I can remember is that one year they had with Parcells and Vinny Testaverde and got pretty far to the AFC Championship before losing. But they have done absolutely nothing. And they're probably going to have, if not the number 1, the number 2 pick up there. It's either them or the Giants, like Two Pair said. But at least the Giants' problem is that they need a coach. They've got a young talent to bring around. But I'm looking at the Jets' roster. Who the hell do they really have? Like, I mean, how the hell could you even support the New York Jets, at this point? And then their fans are Jets, 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 Jets. It should almost be SUCKU, suck. I mean, my God.
I have a very little soft spot for the Jets right now because Hendon Hooker got signed to them the other day.
Did he really? I feel that. Well, I'm sorry for him. Shoot, maybe he might do something there, but I swear that's like where every quarterback's career goes to die or whatever. I mean, and it's just a hole. And I mean, and then the Saints look like world beaters all of a sudden. They're now on a winning streak, Kerry. They're up to 2 games in a row. I mean, the Saints. So yeah, but the Jets are just awful. I mean,
the New York Jets.
And a 1B would be the Dolphins' disgraceful. I mean, that was just a disgraceful performance. They're actually running the ball with Etienne. And Kerry, you talk about Harbaugh not running the ball. McDaniel continues to throw the ball down the field. It's almost like he wants to pass gas in Stephen Ross's face with the pictures he has on him. Because like you said, he's probably not going to get fired.
Oh, he ain't going to get fired.
No. And so he's just like, I'm going to just still put a circle in a square peg. And that's the Miami Dolphins. For 40 years of mediocrity, and you talk about another fan base that is just so crazy about them, yet they have a soccer squad that just hoisted up the NFC. They have the 2-time defending NHL champions. The Heat have been competitive this year and years past. And yet the
Hurricanes won a playoff game.
And the Hurricanes won the playoff game, and the shitty Marlins have won 2 World Series that they bought and became the future Red Sox and Yankees. And you have the Dolphins with that disgraceful performance. I mean, what a collective bundle of shit over there. They stink. So all of them. So yeah.
The Hurricanes have won more playoff games than the Dolphins in the last 25 years.
In the last 25 years, yes. These are facts.
And if they win They've been America's dumpster fire since 1969. I keep telling you.
I mean, I really believe Joe Namath sold him and the Jets' soul to win that Super Bowl. So, yeah.
See, a friend of mine told me this, and they made a deal with the devil to beat the Colts, and this has been their comeuppance for the last 56 years. They've been paying it back for the last 56 years.
Well, and Little Nicky, that the underrated Adam Sandler movie, they came out in 2000, made a joke about it with Harvey Keitel as the devil, his dad. So that was funny as anything. So, but guys, great show. We are now on Christmas Eve. It's been a long one, but I love getting together. We're about to start year 3, but I want to wish everybody that supports us, you guys, a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I'll let you guys have final words, and Two-Pair close us out, brother. So
I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. Get ready for the new year. Enjoy each other. Enjoy this holiday. Be around your family. Tell your family you love them. Always say that because you never know what tomorrow may bring. But everybody have a great Christmas and just keep your spirits up and take care of you and take care of your mental health. Very important. Very important. But Merry Christmas, everybody.
Shane?
Your turn, Shane.
For me, I'm not a big holiday guy, but remember the reason for a season. Celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Without him, we are nothing. Prayer is the most powerful thing we have in this world. Pray to our Lord and Savior every night. Cherish your time with your family. I have a very small family. It's just me, my 3 kids. I got a couple cousins here and there. But cherish your family as much as you can, because when they're gone, things change, and it affects a lot. Speaking as a veteran, sometimes this time of the year is rough for a lot of us, just because we have brothers and sisters who lost their lives who aren't here. So always remember that empty seat at the table. For those who are no longer here, live for them each and every day, like they will want you to live. And just Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. I know we'll be back on before New Year's, but enjoy your time with your family, and remember the reason for the season, which is our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. Cena, just bring me a national title. Two-Pair, close us out, brother.
Well, man, we've got to year 3 of doing this. That we started just wanting to highlight the high schoolers. Started wanting to do a little bit of media training for them, and it is morphed into a traditional sports show that is covering a little bit of everything. And we get to get on here, voice our opinions and our thoughts on the games we love, and we don't want to try to change your opinion. We just want you to, enjoy having ours. So we're 100 plus episodes in on year 3.
105 today. Yep.
105.
And for those who have watched all of those, man, we appreciate you, because we're here every week just giving you our views on the game that we love. So, man, have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your new year. And thank you for being a part of what we call Rebels with a Cause.
Absolutely. Throw them dubs up, baby. We out. So
we out.